Welcome back to Packers Derailed, brought to you by PackerProject.com. We're broadcasting this week from the high fashion division here at Packer Project. High fashion. I'm JJ Lahey, of course, your humble host, here with Jake the Draft Robot, Schyvinck, my favorite, your favorite. Look, let's be honest. You need two things. You need two things to make a really great football podcast. You need some ball knowledge, and you need an expert on vibes. I got the vibes covered, but Jake is the ball knowledge. All right, we gotta divvy up responsibilities here. This is just how it works. Yeah, a high fashion division of PackerProject.com. It's been a busy division over here at PackerProject.com. We're gonna unveil for you the thing you probably already saw. This is the Packers rivalry. What's the matter?
Nixon? You would. Absolutely love it. Love it.
Just trying to make it
Nixon
bigger.
up on the screen, of course.
I wish I could make it bigger. Well, look, here's the players they featured. Jordan Love, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Keyshawn Nixon. I thought they had Xavier McKinney, but I don't see him on here. And Zaire Franklin. Did I say Edgerrin Cooper? He's in there as well.
Yeah,
not Xavier.
Cooper. Baby.
Yeah, so you got, this is the crew. All right, everybody's favorite, Keyshawn Nixon.
Yeah.
There's this guy. This is Xavier Nixon.
Yes.
Okay. So my initial reaction was that I felt like, on the whole, the 8 Nike Rivalry unis that were unveiled today, they didn't tickle my fancy quite as much as last year's 8 that we saw. But the most important thing is the Packers. So, Jake, you and I have not yet told each other what we think. I propose, here, put your hand on screen like this, okay? Okay, I'm going to count down 1 to 3, or 3 to 1, and we're going to do thumbs up or thumbs down on the unis, all right? We'll see what the chat says as well.
Yeah,
all right,
put a
3.
thumbs up or thumbs down in the chat also.
3, 2, 1. All right, so Jake likes them. They're not my favorite. I don't hate them, but they're not my favorite. There's some things I like about them. So if you're audio only, you better hop on the old Google machine and go find
This is true.
these unis. I do think that all of the charm of these unis is in the details, and we'll get into the details because it matters.
Yeah. I feel like
It's certainly true with the Vikings. I think of the 8 that were unveiled, so it's the 4 NFC North teams and the 4 AFC South teams. I think definitively the best of the bunch is the Vikings, and I think the Vikings should make this their permanent home uni. And it's all in the details of that one. So, just speaking broadly, you got the muted green for the Packers, the desaturated green. I don't hate it. It's fine. They're pairing it with an alabaster white color across the whole thing. The whole uniform, I guess, per the Packers, is supposed to be an homage to the stock certificates. And so that they have some graphics. Actually, I can pull them up here. We can look at it. They have some graphics explaining exactly what is going on with the different design decisions. So here we go. Share this tab. Whoops. I thought that was going to make this go away. There, that did. Okay.
I love the $20 bills are in this thing.
The text is probably going to be pretty small for you guys to read, so I'll read it out loud. So the number font, they said they modeled it after, quote, the intricate lettering on paper currency, reflective of the financial contributions from the fans that helped sustain the franchise over the years.
So,
dollar bills, y'all.
By seeing that, how can you not think these unis are absolute cash money? Okay, All right.
I knew that was coming. It was hanging out there, and I thought I'd leave it for you.
I was like, I'll take it if nobody takes it. Oh man. So that's the first thing.
Next up, actually, you know what I can do? can get in a little bit.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you can see the striping on the shoulder sleeve. This post says that it echoes the ornate borders found on Packers stock certificates. You know what I should have done? I should have brought my Packers stock certificate onto the show for this, but it's hanging up, and I'm not going to go hop off the pod and go get it. Plus, you know what I don't like about the Packers stock certificates is that they put your home address on there. So, like, I don't want to, like, have it hang on the wall right behind me. Yeah. And I also, I wouldn't be able to just, like, show it up in front of the screen. And then also, like, I'm not going to live here for forever. So eventually it's going to be an outdated address.
Right.
It's kind of a bummer.
There you go. That's a good point.
Like, I like that it has my name on it. You know, I wouldn't want to have a situation where you're, like, selling these on eBay. And so you can just have a stock certificate that you bought from wherever. Like, I like that it has your name on it, but I don't understand the address. Okay, so the next one that they have, they've got a lot of these. Here's the next one. So,
yeah.
Here's the thing. This interlocking GB logo, which the Packers did use a version of it a bajillion years ago. Every graphic designer out there who's not a Packers fan, who does NFL logo concepts, they just trot this out and propose it as the Packers logo like every 6 months. So as a result, I've never been like super excited about the idea of us using that, but whatever. Nike finally got them to put it on a uniform. It looks fine. It's not my favorite. I think it's kind of the only part of the uniform I don't care for is that interlocking GB logo. I think without this, I'd like the whole thing more. And there's something with the helmet that I think I would change. But we'll talk about the helmet in a minute. The alabaster and the details on the jersey I think are top notch. It really is a very pleasant color combo.
Yeah.
By the way, Jake, since I'm showing the images, can you be updating the comments that we're seeing on screen,
yes,
and
of course.
That way I don't have to keep bouncing between two screens.
Yes, of course. You may.
All right, here's the next one. Is this? We got our Zaire Franklin picture. So the helmet they're saying introduces a matte helmet finish for the first time ever for the Packers, which I didn't realize, but I guess that's kind of cool. Dershel says, I'm done buying jerseys. The last three were Parsons, Kraft, and Gary in the all blue ACLs. Sorry, Dershel. It is, in fact, true. You have discovered a jinx. So,
well, I know who you should buy.
Have you considered a Caleb Williams jersey? Have you considered that? Like reversing the jinx.
Might be interesting.
One of two things is going to happen. Either doing that will break the curse, and therefore you'll be allowed to buy jerseys again, or you voodoo doll Caleb Williams. It's just I don't make the rules. It's just how it works. So along with the matte helmet, you also have a matte face mask, but the face mask stays green, which is I know is a huge deal to a lot of Packer fans. Yeah. And here's the last detail page that they posted. So the back of the helmet says "Go Pack Go," which is kind of cool. I do actually like the placement of this interlocking GB logo on the back of the helmet stripe. Go find that picture. If you haven't seen that yet, the back of the helmet is very cool. Now, the other thing, the inside of the collar of all these jerseys that they did, they all have like little sayings or slogans. So like the Bears, it says Monsters of the Midway. A couple of them I think are pretty cool. The Packers doesn't do much for me. It's this serif font, and it says "Making History Since 1919." I just feel like there's more interesting taglines you could have used for the Packers than this. For example, what about the People's Team? Like the Cowboys like to claim they're America's team. What if the Packers said, the People's Team? Or something about the frozen tundra, or something about cheeseheads. I just feel like saying "Making History Since 1919." Like the Bears uniform says "Monsters of the Midway" on the inside, and like that's cool, and everybody immediately understands it. This is like the first time we've ever really heard them try and use this tagline, making history since 1919. It's just not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
It does kind of look good, I will say.
Well, now call you
Wolf of this says, I'll now call you Kershaw. Tyler Kershaw. That's just mean. Okay, the other... Go ahead.
I will say, I too... Someone dropped this like really early in the morning, but kind of before the official drop. And where was it? Yeah.
Well, Fox accidentally released it.
Yeah, they had a weird... I don't know if it was just a weird lighting for the jersey. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh no. I was really good. I'm like, oh, this looks terrible. But it's all the detail stuff. Yeah, on the numbers.
I think this is probably the biggest detail that really kind of sells it, is this little subtle striping on the interior of the numbers. I think that really sells it. I do think that
like sharpness on the sleeve too, where you get the I don't know.
Where are you seeing that?
Where's like
here?
The best spot? You can kind of you can see those sharp edges on the. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
very obviously very treasury note coded, type of thing. So
they have 1,000 close-ups, but they don't have any close-ups of the sleeve.
Yeah, which is
you just have like
wild.
5 angles of the helmet. Whatever. You got the interlocking GB from every single angle.
Yeah,
here's that.
It is.
Here's that. Oh, this is weird. Look at this. The interlocking GB has a black border around it. Why? Just do green. Just do the same green that's around this. That's all you got to do. This is so simple.
Do that?
It's so silly.
I was gonna get the little mini helmet. Ugh.
You do love the mini helmets.
I do. I have the whiteout and I have the last year's leather helmet.
Side note, Jake or chat, maybe one of you guys can help me. So, if I buy a jersey from like the Packers Pro Shop, it's got like screen printed letters for the name. But then you can see here it's like embroidered on here. And like I have old jerseys from the 90s that are embroidered. How do you get current players with embroidered names on the back instead of the screen printing? Because I would think when you go buy the $160, $170 jersey from the NFL Pro Shop or the Packers Pro Shop, that you get the embroidered letters, but it's the screen printed letters. Anybody know the answer to that? I wish I knew. Would love to know.
I do not know.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
What player do you think would be the coolest to get for this new jersey? You can't say Keyshawn Nixon. I have an answer, but it's problematic, and that's why.
I looked at this. I got to go look at all the ones again that are out there. I mean, I think my first instinct when I looked at all these jerseys, I think Tool for this said it. Where is it? Oh, I saw he had it.
While you're looking for that, Iowa Joe says
this is it. I tend to agree with this.
This might be the right answer. The 56 looks nice, so nice.
The Cooper one looks the best. I really like how Kraft looks in this one. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't like the 0. I was like hoping the golden one would look really fire.
This font is interesting when you get like tails like on this 9, right? Like that. Yeah. So, some of those shapes are what's interesting.
The McKinney ones.
0 is not an interesting number for this font. So there's other jerseys that are a good use for golden, but this jersey is kind of wasted on a 0 since you're not exploring the full capabilities of what. And that's I think why the 56 works so well is because you got the tail on the 6 and on the 5, and then you got the whole whatever that squared off corner is called in the number 5.
Yeah.
So Iowa Joe says there are 2 or 3 different jersey types. The cheaper option is the screen print. The higher dollar are the stitch. Okay, I was in the Packer Pro Shop. For family night. I looked all through there. I didn't see any jerseys anywhere that had embroidery. It was all screen printed. And my Jordan Love jersey that I got was like $175, and it's screen printed. So this is what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Maybe the limited ones. I don't know.
The limited ones are the screen printed.
Maybe because there are 2 types, right? There's the limited and the game jersey.
So it's the game jerseys that are.
Screen printed? I believe so, yeah.
Trollfoo says there's a hat on the pro shop
Oh.
that's designed to look like the helmet, and I need
Yeah,
it.
there
Yeah, I did
is.
see that. It is very cool. It's very, very cool.
Oh. I did not notice the stripe was like that. That's kind of sick.
Mike Barry says $325 for the embroidered jersey. Holy smokes. That's a lot. Was not expecting that.
I feel like for me, it's going to be Kraft or Cooper if I'm going to do it.
I do think that 56 is probably the correct answer, but in a less complicated world, I think Josh Jacobs would be the coolest looking jersey for this. I just am not buying a Josh Jacobs jersey right now. There's no way in the world I'm doing that.
No.
A year ago, I would have been all over this.
Sure.
But like the 8 and a running back for this jersey, that would have been really cool.
I do think a Kraft extension hits really hard when you have one of these jerseys for Kraft, I will say. I think it's going to hit. You're going to be like, I love that I have this.
Joe says he's looking at the Pro Shop website right now. The limited are stitched for $199, and the game jersey is the screen print for $150. So I'm only saving $49 to lose the stitching. Sheesh.
Uh-huh.
I feel ripped off. He said, get St. Juice so you have the hype in. Okay, from a name perspective, that's a great call. But I'll need St. Juice to actually prove that he's a player worth buying a jersey for Green Bay before I do that. Yep. But from a name perspective, I think that's an elite call. 12 says, I really like the San Francisco jerseys. Similar to this, but I like these way more. Yeah, they are similar, and we talked last week, Jake and I, about the San Francisco jerseys from a year ago, and I said like that's the direction that the Packers needed to go. I just was hoping it was going to be a blackout. I think I mentioned there was a thing with the helmet. I think I could have really gotten behind this uniform a lot more had they done a green helmet. We haven't seen green helmets before from the Packers, and if they'd done this desaturated green for the helmet and done a white and gold stripe on the helmet, then I think you're cooking. And I think at that point, I would have been all in.
The Trace
go ahead and
is a really good shout, honestly. 28. That'd probably look pretty good.
Yeah, if it wasn't
it'd probably be pretty
such
good.
a silly number for a kicker.
It would be. I mean,
yeah.
That might. It might be worth it. I don't know.
Do you want to take a look at the other uniforms for the other teams? I have this pulled up here.
Yes, let's.
So I put this together, and I was really disappointed that nobody shared this because I put a lot of effort into like compiling all these cool detail images of all the unis and everything, but nobody liked it. Jake, have you seen all 8 of these?
I have indeed.
Okay. Give me. What would you say is the best one here? I already let it slip that my favorite on here would be the Vikings because I really like the intricacies of the details, like on the shoulders and on the helmet, and they got like the Norse runes on the helmet that presumably say skull. The back of the helmet says Vikings, but it's in a different font than what they usually use for their logo. But I think it's really tight. I would definitely say. I also, by the way, I've never liked the Vikings shade of purple. I think the Ravens shade of purple goes a lot harder. And I think that this a little bit desaturated purple is a little more intimidating, a little more masculine, which I think does matter a bit in football. You don't want to, like, I'm not saying you have to go, all black and gray, but I think that the bright shade of purple that the Vikings use, it's a little high school to me. I'd like to see this desaturated purple a little bit more. But what do you think here, Jake? What's your favorite out of these 8?
Okay. I have to stay true to myself and my ethos on this one because I am, without a doubt, a two-tone blue guy. So, because of that, that will land me with the Tennessee Titans as my number
Yeah,
one
yeah.
from this drop. I really like it. I think there were some other details on it as well. I don't know if I love the Titans moving to like no fire trail off their logo. Kind of don't know if I'm about that. I don't know if I like just the circle and the shield there. But yeah, I'm in Music City, like it. And just the way those two blues together, it's really hard to beat for me. Like that just immediately stood out, and so I have to stick with that when it comes to my favorite of the list.
I do like that one. I kind of felt like the 4 AFC South teams to me belonged in kind of a cluster in terms of ranking all 8 of these.
Sure.
I had the Vikings number 1, and then I had all 4 AFC South teams in kind of like tier 2. Tier 3 for me was just the Packers alone. And then I think that the Bears and Lions are kind of atrocious, and they were like solidly tier 4 for me, and not really much consideration. The Lions one is just so boring. It just looks like the Carolina Panthers. That's all it looks like. It's just the Panthers. And then similar to how the Packers are doing this, making history since 1919 on the inside of collar, the Lions are using this defend the den thing. Like, who cares about that, man? Seriously, defend the den? I've never heard them say that ever. Look at some of the other cool things that they have on here. The Titans say Music City. That's cool.
Yep.
The Jaguars printed Duval on the back of their helmet, but it's with 5 or 6 U's, whatever the correct number of U's are. Looks like that's 3 U's actually. And then like the Bears, it says Monsters of the Midway in like a cool font. I think that's masterfully handled. But it's kind of also the only interesting part of the Bears uni. So they're doing the orange helmet with the blue logo for the Bears. It just looks like the Syracuse orange or the Illinois Fighting Illini, but like not as interesting as either one of these. The only really notable thing besides that Monsters of the Midway thing on the inside of the collar that you're never going to actually see is that you have the world's largest George Halas, whatever the S stands for, I can't remember anymore. That continues to take up more and more of their jersey every year and get bigger and bigger.
Chewbacca Boele.
Mrs. Lahey is in the chat here saying, I think guys should rank the actual new uniforms. The Disney collab we're all really here for. Have you seen the Disney collab, Jake?
I have indeed.
Maybe we save that for the third half of the show. Maybe we should do that right now. Just knock it out real quick because
we should once we're done with the unions, and if there's any final thoughts there, we can go there.
All right, we'll do that real quick, and then we'll hit our 53-man roster projections.
So the one other thing I wanted to mention is maybe this is wrong. Somebody said like the Jaguars one is actually tan, and it's not white.
No, it's white.
I can't believe is right because
maybe they mean that the Jaguar itself has tan fur instead of its normal gold fur. I think that might be what they're referring to. I like the cheetah print, or I should say Jaguar print, black pants that the Jaguars uni has. I think that's pretty clean.
The leopard pants?
I didn't like them until I saw that. And again, with all these, it's like the little details, which again, the Lions one has 0 of those interesting details. It's just a ripoff of the Panthers uniform and nothing else. Same with the Bears. There's just nothing in the way of like the interesting details. Like those two just really stand out to me as like the ones that Nike put the least effort into. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, I think the Bears, if they had gone, which I think would be interesting, if they had gone, because those are just like straight vertical stripes, I believe, on the sleeves, right? If they had done like a bear scratch or something like that, see how they did the midway with like the THE and the is, there's an accent to that.
Yes.
They should have done something like that with like a bear claw slashing on the
Absolutely.
side. That would have been a very different thing to do on the sleeve.
So different.
we're looking at, across the board. And that's why I think Minnesota, the more I looked at Minnesota's, I liked it more. Initially, I was kind of like,
telling you, it's so good.
When I initially looked at this, I'm like, so they kind of like tried to not do the Raven. They tried to do the like, hey, Ravens, we're not going to copy what you're doing. We'll try to tweak that assignment that you handed us the night before a little bit. And then the details look a lot better. I do really like the sleeve, the helmet, all that. But yeah, it just feels like Detroit was like, we're going to use that like that one light blue helmet-ish that we really wanted to use that one time. Let's try that again. The Colts are trying to be like emo Duke, I think. And like that's fine,
I felt like the Colts were kind of copying the Black Lions that we saw 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that in there too.
Except that you get these cool blue stripes on the shoulders that are really unique.
The blue stripes are nice, but that's kind of where it stopped for me. I don't know. Jacksonville's looks so funky. I don't know if I love the helmet.
You don't like it?
They stayed closer to their colors, which I think is a plus because I think that's kind of what draws me to Green Bay's even more of like they stayed with some shade of darker green. They went a little bit off white, which I think is a really nice choice, and they kept it in the ballpark. Whereas like Detroit with this blue, I don't know why we're doing like all this with the blue that they've got going on. And like, yeah, as you said, Chicago is like trying to be like a little modern, but also not modern at all with the socks. And like, it's just, I don't know. They just, as you said, it just kind of feels like they kind of threw it together a little bit of like, yeah, we can do this and this and this and we're good. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I really want the Texans one to work more because I love that shade of blue a lot. And usually when you have that red, it looks good. It looks, I don't know, the numbers look
I
funny.
like the numbers.
They look
so
almost
it's like a tile thing.
Big. The 3, whoever has 3, I don't even remember who has 3 on their team, but it looks a little big.
I see a 2. Oh, here's a 3.
It looks, I don't know why it looks a little too big. Or just a square bottom, non-square top. I don't know.
I like it a lot. It's the white logo that they did doesn't do much for me. You and I talked last week about how we didn't like the Cardinals white logo last year. That would have been so much cooler. Yeah. Their new H logo they've been using the last few years. Where'd it go?
They should have put that on the
I don't know where it is, but
they should have put that on the jersey. I don't understand.
So they did a white version of it. It's on the back of the jersey.
Okay. Which I think
I like it. I really don't have any complaints. The only thing for me would just be I didn't like the white logo. But it's really fine.
Who did this?
Patriots did it. Buffalo and the Cardinals.
Yeah, and the Cardinals did that weird shading in. I really wanted to like Houston's more. I thought for sure I'm like, they're going light blue and red. This is gonna be sweet. I think
every team has a tweaked logo. The Vikings have a different font. The Titans have just a two-tone. The Jaguars are desaturated. The Colts have a silver horseshoe. The Lions have a black logo. The Bears have a blue C instead of an orange C. And then they went with the white/silver with a blue shading for the two logos of the Texans. And it's fine. It's fine.
I would say, I'm trying to think about this. I think it's Titans. I think then it's Green Bay or Minnesota. I'll go Green Bay and Minnesota. Those are my top 3. I think Houston's 4. Jacksonville's probably 5. Indy 6. Probably Chicago 7 because it was a little safer than whatever Detroit's doing over here. Carolina Panthers-esque nonsense. I think that's my order. I can't get enough two-tone blue. You bring that out, it's a guarantee for me. I feel like, Seattle can't do it. That's the problem. Seattle can't use their 2 types of blue, I don't think, when you think about it, to make a meld of like their old and new. If they tried that,
it would be kind of cool.
It would be interesting to try. I just don't know if it's quite as good as what Tennessee's working with, unfortunately. Like Tennessee, I think, has a better light blue just in general that works better with the navy than Seattle's would. So I don't mind that they didn't try it, but Tennessee going for this Yeah, the more I looked at it, the more they showed the like Cam Ward picks and all that. It was sweet.
Here we look at the Disney thing.
Yeah, let's.
Cool. If it says the Jags was definitely designed by Carol Baskin. That's great. On the Disney's thing, so Tool for this says the Chewbacca jacket looks sick. Here's the Chewbacca jacket.
Oh, that's pretty good.
This is pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
I think this is the only. I think this is the one he's talking about. I don't think there's anything else that is a jacket, unless there's one on the NFL website. But here's. So I think we should acknowledge what everybody got. So the Texans got Jesse from Toy Story. Jake, here's what I want you to do. You give a thumbs up or thumbs down on the pairing, because some of these are terrible and some are cool. So Jesse from Toy Story for the Texans.
I think it looks better. Isn't there one of her with Bullseye too? I thought
probably.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe that's Woody.
I did some googling and I could not find any really good graphic that was going to translate well for the podcast. So I don't mind. I'm using
I'll leave
Shop
thumbs
here.
up for Jesse. I don't mind that one.
Miami Dolphins King
hat,
Triton.
The hat makes it work with Houston because that is their hat color. King Triton. I
think I like King Triton a little bit better than Jesse, but
it was hard. They didn't have a lot of options.
Cleveland Browns got Pluto. I feel like that's a thumbs up.
Yeah, makes sense. Perfect pairing. No notes.
The Panthers got Bagheera. That's great.
Yep, really like that. It's good.
Okay, so I've only seen The Princess and the Frog one time. I kind of barely remember this alligator. Louis, I think his name is.
Yeah, it looks weird in the Saints color.
I'm not super big on it, but it's fine.
I understand why they did it. That's, closest to like their culture, their area. With like, I think that's where Princess and the Frog is. It's kind of that area in the South. Like I understand why that pairing happened. It's all right. It's a weird shade, weird color for the alligator though.
I don't know if they should have recolored the alligator. I think you could have made it work without recoloring him.
Probably.
The Vikings got Thor, and it's obviously like just about the most badass option that you could have gone with. Like it's like 3 thumbs up. Honestly,
yeah,
I'm jealous.
Lucky,
I'm very jealous.
Lucky. Very lucky they got that.
Okay, this one's pretty darn good. The Chiefs got the big bad wolf. I'm good with it. For anybody who does not know the context or context, that's what the wolf is like their mascot, right? I forget the exact details, but
yeah, and
he's their mascot,
of course.
Don't no don't do it. Don't do it. No. Yes, fine.
Yeah.
Let's just say it.
There it is.
There's a bank robber. There's a bank robber who wore the Chiefs mascot to the bank robbery. Okay, that's what happened.
There you go.
Okay. So the Broncos got this horse Maximus. I can't remember what movie this is from. Is Maximus from Tangled? I think he's from Tangled. The horse in Tangled was an interesting.
Yes, that's right.
He was an interesting character. He was pretty funny, but I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
This one's pretty bad. Like I completely understand why they did it, but I get why they did it. Prospector Pete for the 49ers. But what 49ers fan is going to be excited about this?
Yeah, I know. No.
Plus, I think his name was Stinky Pete, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it says it right here. Stinky Pete. His name is Stinky Pete.
That's tough.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Substation.
I understand it. The substation picked it. Okay, now, when it was officially announced, the Seahawks got this seagull, and it was literally called the Mine Seagulls from Finding Nemo. That's what it was actually called in the announcement.
Yep.
And my question was why they didn't go with the seagull from Little Mermaid, who actually like had a name and like characters and stuff.
Well, because their defense is so good. Took the ball away from Drake May. Mine. I like it. I understand why they've done that. I understand why it's sold out. That one, oh yeah. I just can see Seattle fans flocking, as they might say, to go get that one. So
the Packers got Chewbacca. I'm going to be honest. I don't get it at all, but I'm fine with it because Chewie's cool. I like Chewie, but I don't understand why they picked Chewie for us.
Got fur because of the cold. I don't know. So for the sake, the Packers should have been Olaf.
Boo.
I mean, Frozen, Tundra. I get it. I get that one for sure.
I just don't think Olaf is funny.
Iowa Joe wants Chewie. Could we have done?
I saw a lot of people on Twitter asking for Remy the Rat from Ratatouille for the cheese connection.
Sure.
I feel like that's a little too corny or cheesy.
Yeah.
Steelers got this dude Pete from the Disney Tunes. And again, like going back to like the Stinky Pete for the 49ers, like who wants this? Like I get that he looks like a steel man, a steel worker, but like who wants this? I'm amazed that it's sold out. I really am. By the way, so a bunch of these teams didn't really get cool characters, but one of the ones that did, which was the Patriots getting Captain America, that one's not sold out. Most of these are sold out. That one's not.
That's wild to me.
The Bears got Baloo from the Jungle Book.
Sure. Yep.
No
notes.
The Rams got Sully from Monsters Inc., which I understand because of the horns.
Yeah.
And because he's blue. It seems like a little bit of a stretch to me, but Iowa Joe says Chewie was naked on Hoth. That's a good point.
Hoth is as cold as Green Bay. Fair.
All right, I got to open this one up because I actually can't see this, and what the heck is that? What character is that?
I don't know.
It says Women's Jacksonville Jaguars Disney X Champion Black Pepita. I don't know what Pepita is. I've never heard of this.
Right? Coco.
Oh, this is Coco. I did not see Coco, but I reckon, yes, that does look like the art style for Coco.
Yeah, that's Coco. Sure.
Mike Berry says...
Fair. It is hiding back there.
What? Oh, yeah.
Fair.
Mike, I appreciate you for the 10 jewels.
Yeah.
Pepita is hiding.
Yes. Bengals.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sure.
No real problem with that. The Bengals get Shere Khan. That's excellent. What a pull.
Yep.
So, let's see. The Texans. Here we go. The Jets got Buzz Lightyear.
That's the one. The Texans with Jesse and Bullseye. You can see it there. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. The Jets got Buzz Lightyear. Again, feels like a little bit of a stretch to me. Like he has wings, and that's it.
So unfair.
Oh, let's see here. The Buffalo Bills got the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I don't really understand that, frankly.
It's fine.
Don't really get it.
Cowboys got Woody. Yep. Sure.
Makes sense.
Sure.
Makes sense. And then New York Giants got Wreck-It Ralph. I'm fine with that one. It's pretty good.
That's just that. Oh man. That's for my gosh. Why?
Joe this is our Lions.
Joe Shane is Wreck-It Ralph, I believe. So that tracks.
This is fact.
That tracks.
Toolfist asks, why didn't the Jets get one of the planes from Disney's Planes? And then he asks, are the Lions scarred? And the Lions got Simba.
Which, yeah, sure.
Joe asks the very good question, why did the Eagles get Dr. Doom? I think just because he's green. That's it.
Literally.
The Commanders got Ham from Toy Story, and I saw a lot of people who don't really know Washington who are confused by that.
Their offensive line.
Yeah, they're hogs.
From back in the day. That made perfect sense. It was like,
only if you know the team. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes. If you don't know the team, you're kind of like, I don't get that one at all. But we missed
this one's terrible. The Colts got Horace Horsecollar.
Oh, yeah, that's.
I wish I could zoom in. It won't really let me zoom in.
That's not very good.
Oh, there we go. It's terrible.
Yeah.
How disappointed would you be if you were a Colts fan?
Super out. Yeah. That's.
I just realized I wasn't actually sharing it.
The Broncos got If the horse from Tangled, come on, man. there are other things you can get. It's messed up.
So the Eagles did get Dr. Doom, and then they made his cape fly out like wings, I guess.
Listen,
Again, I think it's only because he's green.
Also, new movie promotion. Like, who could we give them to?
Well, how about this? The Cardinals got Iago and Jafar.
Sure. Fine. They're in the desert. Movie take. Sure. If we really want to, yeah.
So who we're missing? We got here we go.
Tampa
Buccaneers got Captain Hook. Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's better than Mr. Smee.
Yeah.
The Ravens got Diablo from Sleeping Beauty, yeah?
Yes. I think so.
Like Maleficent's bird. Pretty fine.
Yeah. Which,
huh?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and see, then the Ravens have this cool one with
they
Maleficent.
One with Maleficent, which is good.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
Who are we missing? We get the Raiders yet? We need the Raiders.
We did not get the Raiders. Denver. Do we do Chargers?
Yeah, we didn't get the Chargers or Raiders.
They're like, the Raiders. We don't. The Chargers are like, we don't have fans. We're not going to do that.
So the Raiders got Darth Vader.
That's right. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Getting Jack Sparrow is super unfortunate. You had two chances. Literally in the first movie, they make the reference. You sailed out with a Buccaneer crew out of Tortuga. Just do that. It would have been perfect. And they didn't want to, which is lame, if you ask me. But, gosh, they even make the reference. It's lame. Anyway.
Now,
I'm not upset about it at all.
Well, the Raiders Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, definitely looks like Star Wars. It looks like, I don't know, some amalgamation of the Death Star and, it's not coming to my head. Something Hand. What's Vader's ship's name? Something Hand.
Oh, Invisible?
Invisible Hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know it. It's just
really funny, actually.
When you're in front of a microphone, your brain shuts off.
When you think about why they did that, that's pretty funny, honestly. Yeah,
that does make sense. Yeah. I hadn't thought about it until you just said that.
Yep.
So honestly, the Chargers got Pegasus.
See, okay,
that's cool.
Why did the Colts not get him?
Because Frick the Colts. That's why.
Why did the Colts not get this one?
Joe says Chargers should have Zeus.
Oh,
I think Zeus would have been a good second, but people forget that the Chargers are the third.
Right?
Yes, you're right. So what's Vader's ship called?
There you go.
So people forget that the Chargers are the NFL's third horse team.
Yeah.
They used to be the Chargers meant horses, and then they switch it to the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
I seriously still think that they need to switch to doing a rhino with a lightning bolt horn as their logo.
That would be interesting.
I think that'd be sick.
Who did we?
We need the Falcons.
Yeah, easy.
Falcons got the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah,
this is probably the best one out of all of them.
It's kind of unfair, but hey, listen, they might have the number one pick, so got to give them something this year.
Look, you know what? If you wanted something better than Chewbacca, you probably should have named your team the Packers, huh? I think we got them all.
Oh, Titans with Thanos, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mad Titan. Yep. Clever. Pretty good. That one's kind of low hanging fruit, but I like it.
Hey, so is Millennium Falcon, but it works for me.
There's some other obvious things that they could have done and didn't. So I think that the teams that got the good obvious things, I think they should be thankful.
Yeah, very true. Okay.
Well,
now,
man, 45 minutes in the pod.
Yes.
Like, should we call it? Should we just sayonara and send the people off into the night?
The fashion sector of Packer Project, they were on it. They wanted to be all over the show tonight. They wanted to make their presence known, and let me tell you, They did a phenomenal job. So,
High fashion division of Packer Project.
well,
Yeah.
also we're paying homage to last year's 53-man roster prediction turned Micah Parsons speculation 5-hour nearly show, right?
Oh,
so it's
so
got to
good.
be. It was a long one, you know. So we're paying homage.
Was
to
that the most fun? Was
That
that the
wild.
most fun?
I think that might have also been the most relaxed odd show. Where it was kind of like, yeah, we're just updating Twitter. We're just kind of sitting here talking about stuff that comes up,
Yeah.
and people reporting it, and people tweeting things, and all that stuff. It was pretty relaxed. That episode started with Bruce on predicting the 53-man roster, and it ended with us just going, man, is this actually gonna happen or something? And yeah, so
Lo and behold.
what a wild show that was almost a year ago now. So, but we're back at it.
Are you prepared? Are you prepared to make yours for this year?
Yeah, I am prepared to make mine.
How many players are you gonna have on your 53?
At least 60, if not more. It's just a projection, right? You're going to be wrong anyway. Might as well get all of the players that could be on there, and go from there. So,
Do you think that that there's going to be a tougher position to make final cuts to than defensive tackle?
probably not, right? I think receiver will come down to a couple names for the final spot, right? Like tight end and corner are super thin. They should have a good idea of what offensive line looks like. I'm just going through this now. Running back, yeah. I mean, in terms of like the most with like, there's a few guys at the end of the roster who could like, you could make the argument for. I think that discussion, this should be probably the longest one at this point. Like just trying to think out loud. Like safety has a couple guys who obviously, no Baldwin, kind of maybe changed the calculus a little bit. But yeah, linebacker, we kind of have a pretty good handle. Yeah, it really is probably the most. It's going to be the most discussed all week of like, what are they going to prioritize? When they're making these decisions at defensive tackle. So, well, and as Tool for this points out, there's another pass rusher coming to town for some joint practices that has been discussed as part of a potential trade. So,
do you think they actually take Josh Sweat back to Arizona with them at the end of the week, or do they just leave him here?
I think they take him with. I think they're going.
Oh, you're no fun.
I do think they're going to milk this thing to the trade deadline to maximize what they can get. Which I understand that. That's fine. That's fine. You do what you got to do, Arizona. If you want to win and get the most out of potential picks and maybe turn it into a couple swings in next year's draft, I understand.
So I think the way we want to do this. Sorry.
Definitely not typing mine out as we're talking right now. Definitely not happening.
What I have here for us is the full roster, and we can assemble this the way that we usually like to do this. Let's see here. And I have the historical precedent going back to 2010. Let me share my screen. This window. Badoop. Boop. Okay. Iowa Joe says, would you rather have Josh Sweat or Joey Porter Jr.? Oh, gosh, that's a tough question. Especially adjusted for cost, I would say Josh Sweat. But I also just am pretty nervous about the Packers' pass rush ability right now, even though they've been certainly making life difficult for the Packers offense in practice. It's pretty hard for me to confidently say that is not just a function of us not having interior offensive line. It just makes me nervous. That's a great question, though. Maybe Doolittle said the practice is starting an hour postponed, so the Sweat deal can be signed. I think this question from Joe is such a good one. Maybe we turn it into a whole pod next week, Jake.
Maybe.
Potentially, or at least make it one of our full topics to discuss.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, like on the surface, I would rather have the pass rusher. If they want one of the young guys going back for him, plus a later pick, sure, fine. The cost is probably the biggest part of that, where it's, Sweat signed to, what is it, probably $19 million a year. He's signed for with the Cardinals right now, and what that payment would look like versus paying a corner probably north of $30 million a year, based on what it sounds like he's going to get. Which understandable. He's fifth in yards per cover snap since 2019. The guys ahead of him are Sherman, Sauce, Mitchell, and Surtain. It's the only guys ahead of him.
That's crazy.
Super talented player. Definitely was like, oh wow, they literally. I think that was the year where the Steelers were picked 32, but it wasn't in the first round. That was because of the pick
the Dolphins.
And that was the Chase Claypool.
And they used the Bears. They used the Bears
Chase Claypool pick, man. That was Chase Claypool trade. Yikes.
I love it. Yep. I always liked Joey Porter Jr. because of that. Yes.
So, yeah, it felt like they walked away just looking fantastic with what they needed and how that shook out. Was that Broderick year, though? No. Was it? Yeah.
No.
No? What year was that?
No, I think Broderick was the following year. It's not a Steelers podcast. Let's talk about the Packers roster here.
Figure out what happened.
Okay, well, don't announce it on the pod. Let's start placing guys where they belong. We know that Matthew Golden, for example, is making the team. I'm going to make a little pile of guys. We'll just put them like, I don't know, right here, I guess. Of these are just some difficult situations that are going to require more discussion. So Micah, Musgrave, Josh Jacobs, as an example. We'll come back to them. We know Jayden Reed is on the team. By the way, of our top three wide receivers, I would like to have Jake with you a little.
The 9 is all.
I'd like to have a little wager.
Okay.
You and I making a bet about who leads the Packers in targets.
Autographed.
And of their wide receivers, who leads the Packers in targets and who leads the Packers in yards this year?
Okay, I like it.
I think my answer is going to be Reed for targets, Watson for yards.
Okay,
but I might go Matthew Golden for touchdowns. Actually, you might have 3 different leaders.
Okay,
in that
I actually agree that you will have 3 different leaders. I agree.
Dershel says over under 4.5 videos from the beat of Sweat and Gannon reuniting on X.
Oh, over. Yeah, what?
I'd go over.
There could be 15 of those.
That's like, by far, out of all the various camp storylines, that's by far the one that's the most interesting to me for this joint practice. I'm not very interested in the whole, shared names thing or Melton Brothers thing or Mike LaFleur, who I've never really cared for. But Gannon and Mike LaFleur, that's going to be fun. Gannon coming face-to-face with the guy who took his job. And, more notably, Gannon and Josh Sweat. That is going to be interesting. But Cisse under corner.
One more thing about the unis.
Wheeling. Yeah.
I assume the Bears and Packers.
You got something more on the unis.
Yes, I do. The Bears and Packers, they're not wearing them in the same game.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be dark on dark. So it's going to be a navy and a desaturated green. It's going to be so hard to see.
Why would you?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it really is going to be that difficult.
That's so dumb. Oh, they've absolutely sold. The Lions and Vikings paired up correctly. Oh gosh, dude.
I know, man.
Everybody else is paired up correctly. What are we doing? Oh my gosh, dude. That's so funny.
Well, it's funny because they did all this alabaster stuff for the Packers, so you'd think that they would do like that as the main color since they're going up against the Bears. But no, they're not doing that.
They are wearing them the 11th. No? We're not doing same game? Well, then what's the point of this?
Yes, it is the same game. No, it is.
If they're not doing the same game,
the Packers already said it is.
There's no point to this. Rivalries are supposed to be poured at the same time.
The Packers already said it is.
That can't. If they're different games, what do we do? Why bother? Why are we?
That would be pretty silly.
That'd be ridiculous. The whole point is to wear over the same game. Also, I'm going to be double taking the entire time the Lions play the Vikings, and those I'll be like, whoa, Jonathan Brooks is way fast. Oh, that's Gibbs. Right. Sure. It's like, who's that tall guy? I didn't know. Who's that lanky dude that was really fast? I didn't know the Panthers. Oh, that's Jameson. Sure. I don't think the Vikings have a 14 on their team, but if he hits somebody hard at the line of scrimmage, I will forget that it's not Kyle Hamilton. Anyway, as JJ's putting together this list of guys that we don't have to worry about at all, that includes, of course, Jacob Monk. Is that the gold pack? Oh, it might be. Oh, it is, I think. Isn't it? Right?
Who knows?
Oh, it is. Bears are gold package?
I'm so over the gold
Bears
package.
are gold package. That's insane. They're gonna get
gold package is a fireable offense.
You better not. They better not lose the attendance battle in that one. I'll lose.
Jake, can you make a case for the gold package games?
No. Make them not against the rivals, and then it's
fine. No. Let me make a case for why we should have them. Period.
I think they'll be better once when the next generation has the tickets. I think.
So you're saying that when the next generation has the tickets, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for the Packers. In what way?
I think it'll be better.
No, is it going to be a good thing or something we have to keep tolerating?
I think there will be.
What is the upside of it?
The upside is that hopefully the people who have them, one, bring enthusiasm, and
we've sold out every game for 10,000 years, but we have to do this for what? I don't understand the draw here. Why? I don't get it. I need to have somebody make a case to me for why it's a good thing, period.
Whoa, you've put Ford on there completely.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not even a question for me. Is it a question for you?
I mean, it would be if I were making the decisions, but this is projection.
No, I mean, who else is going to play nose for him? I mean, they really like Ford, and I think that at this point in his career, 100 years into his career, he's finally rounded into a solid defensive lineman.
No one plays nose tackle. Four down and go. Ford does. 4 down and go. Don't worry about a nose tackle. Never heard of it. Yeah, get Josh Wiley on there. He's a tight end too, of course.
Oh yeah,
classic.
Thanks. We're starting to run out of locks. Yeah, we are at.
Carrington has to be.
Okay, we got 16 and 12. Somewhere I'm supposed to have a little counter. I don't know where my little counter went for the whole roster.
Where's the whole one?
I usually have one here.
Yeah. Huh.
We'll just make a new one.
Give the gold package a gold card.
Give the gold package a swift kick in the pants. Oh, not some. We need count day.
Count that.
All right, we're at 29.
29. Okay, that's pretty good so far. Haven't put a backup QB on there yet. That'll be an automatic. We already know.
Yeah.
We already know who we want. After
I think at this point, Bo Melton is a lock for the roster.
He should be. Yeah. Savion's
Yeah,
in there. I can't imagine cutting him.
I'm starting to get more and more out on Savion. He's less of a lock for me than Bo Melton is.
Welcome to the club.
Less of a lock for me. Sky Moore is a lock. I think these are your 6 wide receivers, and maybe they could keep a 7th.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
I think he's a plus returner, and the Packers really like him as
I like my plus.
Here's the other thing:
to do something else.
Here's the other thing: is that
we're not running the corn dog play at all. So no values.
Okay,
we don't run that play.
I'm not going to make a case to you that Sky Moore is good at football. I'm not going to do that.
Okay,
but I will tell you that for what he does do, and we're leaving out the is he good at it, like that's not a factor.
Sure.
What he does do, he's a clone of Jaden Reed. Like if Jaden Reed misses time, which he usually does, Sky Moore is your Jaden Reed. So set aside whether you or I like how he does his job. That's what the Packers are going to do.
On another timeline,
when he misses time.
In another timeline, Sky Moore is the backup to Jaden Reed. Sounds awesome. Be like, how did these guys let him go? In another timeline, another world.
I will say,
me back in 2022 would have been like, wow, we have him too on this team. That's crazy. How did that happen?
I will say, there's one thing. I have held some stuff against Sky Moore that are actually football crimes on the field catching? That were committed by Kadarius Toney. Well, like there's some Kadarius Toney sins that I subconsciously blame Sky Moore for, and I need to keep them in the proper place. Sky Moore is not good, but there's some Kadarius Toney stuff that I have been thinking was Sky Moore, and it was actually Kadarius Toney.
There's one of the greatest battle of mid ever was the two factions that were hoping Sky Moore or Kadarius Toney were going to be the breakout player for the Chiefs. There has never been a better battle of mid.
I thought Rashee Rice was going to be good for them.
Yeah,
I never was in on Xavier Worthy.
He is good. The problem is
well, and that's the thing. Like I was so mad that the Packers passed on Rashee Rice, and what we heard was like, well, he's a a-hole and he's a terrible person, and then like, oh, turns out that's true. Whoops. Yeah. Do you think Kamal Hadden is a lock for the roster?
Probably.
Okay, we're gonna put him on there.
I think he's gonna be. Adam Huddle agrees to lock Hadden in. I just feel like and those two are probably going to be sticking around.
I think Carrington and Keyshawn are both locks for the roster, but per Easton Butler, who is going to try and join tonight's show at some point. Yeah. Not sure the schedule is going to line up, but he's trying to get on. Per him, the Packers have had a lot of trade discussions centering around those two corners. And so if they did move one of those, that obviously changes the picture. But assuming they don't find a trade partner for either of these two guys, then they're roster locks. They're not getting cut.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Smitty, who told me that Pittsburgh was interested in Valentine before a lot of that was breaking across the wire that they had called. So yeah, that the interest in Valentine's a real thing. Obviously, teams trying to stay cheaper. The cornerback position, obviously, Steelers in a position to have to either pay Joey Porter Jr. or try to do what's going on now with all that rumored interest. So it makes sense. Put St. Juice on there. I see that.
I did. Yeah. So we still need 4 offensive linemen.
Well,
I forgot Aaron Banks. Hold on, where's Aaron Banks? Let me resort this.
I was going to say, yeah. He'll be on the team.
Well, he'll either be on the team or he'll be on the initial 53 and then get moved to IR. But he'll be on the 53 for sure because he's been activated.
Did you put him in that list
already
with Parsons? Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Thank you.
I was like, he's got to be somewhere on here. I was like, there's no way he didn't make it over here.
Well, let's have a long snapper conversation.
No, Adamitis.
I think it'd be idiotic for them to cut Adamitis and go with Orszag.
They're going to do it though, Because I don't know what they're thinking. I don't understand the thought process. Everything looks really nice right now. Why? It's like pulling a guy out of a no hitter where it's like through 5 innings, he's thrown like 45 pitches, and they're like, you're done. It's like, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why have you?
What are you talking about? This is Baltimore Orioles baseball. This is what we do, man.
This reminds me of, this is a deep cut, like the 2020 World Series Rays Dodgers, where the Rays were like, no, we are. This is what we're doing. We're not adjusting to it or anything, right? And they're like, bullpen game. We're going to throw all of these arms throughout all of these games. And one guy's absolutely cruising. They took him out, lost the game. And it was a pivotal one. It might have been the clincher even. And it was just like, I understand that you've committed your time and your money here, but like also this is working. Why mess with anything? Yes, John Williams, of course. Belton, yes.
Well,
that gets us to
so on
7.
on long snapper. I tweeted something. I tweeted if Goody keeps Orszak and cuts Adamitis, 2 things are immediately true. 1, he deserves all the chaos that's going to ensue from disrupting this kicking operation. 2, we will have, what's the word? Incontrovertible proof that Matt Orszak does in fact possess those photos that we have joked about so many times. Like, it's no longer conjecture at that point.
That is true. You've got
so don't tell me what you would do. Tell me what you think they will do. Orszak or Adamitis.
They're going to put Orszak on the team. Absolutely.
I think so too.
Ridiculous.
It pisses me off.
Ridiculous behavior.
But I think they're going to.
Adamitis, S tier name, as Dershel says there, would be on that kind of lower circle under the main players at Olympus, right? When they get together, he would be in that lower circle, 100% with that name. But yeah, I'm really annoyed that that's what's going to happen. I am quite annoyed. Iowa Joe saying Belton has been frustrated with constant move between guard and tackle. Makes sense.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course he has.
Be really good at one of them, and you don't have to move. That's the T right there. Oh,
let's have. I don't remember what the heck his number is. Let's have the backup 6. QB conversation. I don't see. There it is. Okay. Who wins the job? I firmly have my answer.
Everybody's showing that,
and I have a firm reason for it.
Everybody showed that one playoff play action, which is nice. It's very cool. I personally would not go with McCord, but I understand that, like, if the tired veteran routine has not been inspiring. So
here's the thing. As much as any fans might think it's going to be McCord, and you can have all your reasons for it.
It was a sick throw.
He's not getting the work with the twos in practice. Nobody from the beat writers, the beat reporters who cover this team think that there's actually a battle for QB2. None of the coaches are talking about it. There's zero indication that the team thinks Tyrod Taylor is not QB2. So for that reason, it seems a slam dunk to me that he's QB2. And then Kyle McCord, you're probably going to stash him on the practice squad.
Some good third half of the show stuff going on here with our Northern college football. Goodness.
Oh.
We'll have to get there eventually.
I'm excited for that.
But yeah. Okay.
So tight end, we only have 2 roster locks.
Listen, what is there to say? You're gonna be finding somebody who's getting cut.
Do you think Drake Dabney makes the 53?
They're probably gonna have to keep like a third player, right? Like they're going to do that.
Yeah.
So even though I feel like they should be looking to tweak that room at all costs when cutdowns start, obviously Musgrave's going to be in that return area. So it'll probably be Dabney, I would think, over Castles. But all right. Of course there were. Too old for saying there were some people saying the Packers letting Willis walk is like the Vikings letting Darnold walk. Yeah, I mean, people are going to say things, period.
People like to say stuff.
People like to say things, So it is what it is.
I'm putting Pierre Strong on the practice squad for running back.
Pierre Strong is
not giving a ton of thought to Jaden Nixon on the practice squad. Yeah. I think he's probably gone.
Man,
I think he's probably Strong.
I was hoping for a lot more from my guy Martinez, but man, Pierre Strong. This looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice right now. Special teams too.
He doesn't have eligibility. That's funny.
Special teams too. Who does not?
There's
Nixon.
Jaden Nixon. Yeah.
Nixon or Strong?
Well, one of them. Either one of them. Mike Quano says Brooks needs to admit reality, gain 15 to 20 pounds, and be a fullback. He's already a fullback.
That's fine.
Wait, he already is. The Packers don't use him as the Packers don't use him as a tailback. They use him as a fullback. So it is what it is.
Oh, it is Strong then. So that.
Strong doesn't have practice squad eligibility. I thought you were joking about college eligibility.
Oh,
that's what I thought the joke was. That would be disappointing.
I would keep him.
Well, then in that case, I guess it's Jaden Nixon, right? If you're right.
For practice squad, yes. I'd be looking to keep.
But of Nair and Sturdivant, do you think either one of them has a shot at the 53? I think that they both have a shot at the 53, but we have 6 locks.
I don't know. We've seen a lot of him. We've seen more of him than the other two. I must tip my cap to Will Shepherd for what he has been doing.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point.
I have to tip my cap at the very least. Shepherd's 82, I think. Yeah. I think there's a chance we see him this year, even if he doesn't make the initial roster. I think we see Shepherd. Well, and I don't know. It's so hard to you have to basically be looking everywhere around the league to go, okay, how does Shepherd, Nair, Sturdivant compare to like end of roster receivers for most teams? To have any to have any gauge, which is a lot to go through. Probably will be doing that some during this week. But yeah, Shepherd, if someone's going to fill in to take, basically in this case, sacrificial X receiver role snaps, who would you want it to be?
Oh yeah, probably Shepherd.
I think the pecking order is like Shepherd, Sturdivant, Nair for me.
Yeah. Sturdivant though. It ends with can't.
Gosh, dang it.
Yeah.
Yes. Sturdivant. My fault. My bad.
Here's the thing. The Packers probably would like to keep these 3 guys.
They would.
Sure. I think that there's no way they're going to lose all 3 to waivers. No. I think that they'd be fine with keeping any one of these 3 on the practice squad. Probably would like to keep 2 of them. You might not lose any of them to waivers.
Sturdivant might be the one that gets picked up, even though he's still even an older player. But I think Shepherd is. I'm trying to remember. Shepherd's 24.
I'm putting Warren Brinson on the 53 as well, by the way. And then I think
Sturdivant's 23. I don't think they'll lose Nair to waivers. He's 25. I don't think they'll lose Nair. Maybe because Sturdivant is now in his first season. They might, there might be interest there, but yeah, there's a chance none of them get picked up. Again, it's just figuring out like, okay, Team X needs this type of player, and they don't have it. That's like you'd have to again scour through every team to see, what we're what other teams are working with to figure out, okay, would they go get Sturdivant or Shepard? Is like, are those things that they would,
Sure.
are they valuing some of that? And obviously Joe points to special teams help for Shepard, and maybe some other team is eyeing that potentially of like, yeah, okay, we need big body plus special team, or like that we need that specific role. We're going to go get him. Like, obviously it's not going to be any team. It's not going to be like every team, right? I don't think we're staring at these three receivers where it's like, okay, yeah, all three of these teams, all three of these guys are going to get like 18 teams interested. I just think it's going to be very, very specific if there's interest. Even for Sturdivant or Shepard, it's going to be like maybe a couple teams. And I'm trying to think of them and get them to come to mind. Like there's one that maybe stands out for Shepard.
Okay.
But even then, they got a lot of weird. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. They got a weird end of roster deal because they've signed all these weird veterans that are way past their prime. Like, I would be watching the Giants simply because Harbaugh's a special team guy. I think that's a big deal. And this, like, Juju Smith-Schuster, I know they cut him, but, like, Odell Beckham, Calvin Austin just got hurt for them. So, like, that's maybe the team that I'd be, like, watching for that because, again, Neighbors, again, he seems like we've shed the no-contact jersey, doing all that stuff. I don't think they're going to, like, overload him when he starts playing. So, like, Shepard with that team specifically would be maybe one where I'm looking at, like, maybe they might. They might. Again, it's not a guarantee, but that's, like, a team that I would say, we'll see. Like, Prather, I would say, is somebody who I'm like, oh, yeah, let's keep the juice on the practice squad. That he provides as a vertical threat. Like, that's...
You do like him. Okay.
I would probably be... Yeah, I would probably be putting him in the practice squad.
Interesting. That's very interesting to me.
But... Okay.
So we're...
Shepard is one of the talented receivers in the mix. Yeah, of course. Those three are definitely in the mix. They got to be.
Yes.
They got to be.
I think there's two questions. One is, do they keep 6 wide receivers or 7?
Yeah.
And 2 is, if they keep 7, are they keeping Shepard or Sturdivant? And I think the answer is the Packers probably like Shepard better, even though I think we want the answer. So. Like, our heart says Sturdivant.
Yeah, I think Shepard would probably get the nod. Yeah, that was kind of a weird combo. And Kawano saying that Prather has some nice college film as an ex-receiver at Maryland, which, yes, that is very true. And, yeah, when you look at the roster of receivers, you're like, okay, who can fill the ex-receiver role? As I said, the sacrificial, take those snaps away and just, draw tight coverage at the line of scrimmage. Savion maybe with the size would be like the one where you go, perhaps. I know they're going to probably give Watson some of those reps, but you probably don't want to give him all of those, right? So somebody's got to take some of it. Savion's maybe the other guy if Golden would go down. But, yeah, I think to me it would come down to Shepard or Sturdivant for those spots. Like, I don't think Nayer's quite ready to be like, oh, yeah, I can step in and play some like X. I just don't think he's got that right now. He's more of the backup flanker and field stretching, which they kind of already – they have a bunch of those guys, right? Like, Reed could – in theory, again, don't love him on the boundary necessarily at all times, but he can do that stuff off the ball, do a lot of the flanker stuff because he's, precise enough and explosive enough where you have, Melton doing the same thing and Watson's going to get that. And then you'd obviously have Savion to get some of that. It's like, there's plenty of those. It's just finding that, other body at receiver who can do ex-receiver role stuff.
So Bill Huber, as Joe pointed out, tweeted about Will Shepard and also Isaiah Nayer at the same time. So he tweeted little clips of both of them. Bill Huber seems to be impressed with both.
Which, yeah, I still feel like Nayer is, again, kind of, he surprised me a little bit more than I was expecting. Again, just for a guy who was all-world athletic testing, who just kind of doesn't quite have that type of sharpness to his game, but it's clearly getting better. But obviously he's the oldest of these three guys.
Right. He's 23. Sturdivant is 23, and then Will Shepard is 24.
Yeah. Yeah, Nayer turned 25 back in June, a little ahead of minicamp, or maybe not even, maybe later than that, but that's the one thing. So, yeah.
I was hoping that Bill was going to tweet a video of Sturdivant next.
Sturdivant, yeah. Sturdivant is in the mix as well. Easton Butler has arrived to the chat.
Easton,
Hanging
you
out.
gonna hop on here with us? You know what? I'll send you a link, and then you can hop on if you're hopping on.
What's good? Not the Bears. Nice. Class. Too old for this. A clap for you, sir. A clap for you.
Love these people.
May I say?
All right, Easton.
What is
Easton and I talked about him possibly coming on tonight. I know he's got stuff. He's busy. But Easton, you have the link now. So if and when you are hopping on, you can hop on.
There you go. Okay.
All right. So let's
46.
We're at 45. Let's have a quick chat here about these defensive tackles, because I have some thoughts about the defensive tackles. First of all, let's go back and look at historical precedent, which I have over here. So defensive tackle the last few years, they had 6 last year in their 4-3 scheme, and then 5 the year before, 6, 6, 6. So they often keep 6. Sometimes they keep 5. The last time they kept 7 was 2013. And that's the only time they've done that since I started tracking this in 2010.
And that would have been a 3-4 defense here. Also, with I might add less nickel than usual. The nickel dime revolution, while also having enough bodies up front, was not happening back then. That was like, we got to have a lot of dudes in a rotation.
So in their 4-3 last year, they kept 6. And they kept 5 the previous year in the 4-3. I would lean toward thinking this is a 6-year, not only just because of the depth, but also because in your 4-3, you're more frequently going to have 2 tackles on the field, whereas in your 3-4, you're more frequently going to have 3 on the field. So I think these 5 are locks. And so then if you're trying to come up with a 6th, Stackhouse and Crumedy, I think, have...
Easton says don't add sweat to this. So.
Not till you're on here and you
also,
break the news.
Really quick, JT Womack asks if this is our 53 or we're still changing it. We're still.
You may notice there's only
together.
45. There's only 45 on this 53.
Might be tough to see. It's hard for me to read that number, but we're almost. We've put 45 names on the board. We're still tweaking, adding the last 8 to the roster. So,
of those last 8, Nazir, Stackhouse, and Jaden Crumedy, I want to give them props for having a very good preseason. I think they've been impressive. There's just not close to enough room for these 2 guys.
Yeah.
I don't know that they have any eligibility, but I'm sticking them
should.
here regardless.
Right. Stackhouse should, in theory.
I thought Crumedy's been pretty good when we've seen him. Obviously, the one everybody wants to talk about is Anthony Campbell. Like, hey, he's been making so many plays. I think like his extremely limited athleticism.
We really want it though.
Like people want him.
People really want it.
I don't know that the upside is here once you actually start playing NFL reps. But the big question is if the Packers trade Carl Brooks. I think they either keep him or trade him.
Those would be the options. I guess
cut
him is the other. Keep, trade, cut.
But if they are trading him, isn't it still likely that he's going to be here on the initial 53 and then get traded? And then Campbell gets re-signed? Like, is Campbell actually going to be picked up? Is Campbell going to get claimed on waivers?
I would
kind of unlikely.
I would imagine no. You know who might get claimed on waivers though? Cal Adamitis might get claimed on waivers.
As he should. If you're new here, if you only joined after we put Matt Orzech as the long snapper, it's because this is our predictive 53, not what we want, and we're both mad about it. It's stupid that Goody is going to keep Orzech.
I want to record
and if he keeps,
I don't like it.
If he keeps Cal Adamitis, we're going to celebrate.
Yeah. On the record saying, I don't like it.
Do you want the
that's impressive if you know it. If you know the reference.
For the record, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it. The person repeats it. I don't like it. Also, it's a deep cut. It's not like, oh, this is from this really famous movie sometime.
Is it a Mission Impossible thing?
It is not. It is not.
Is it a movie?
No.
I don't know.
It is from Psych season 3 episode 10, 6 Feet Under the Sea. Anyway.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
Legitimately nobody cares. You want to hear why don't you guys keep talking dagger?
About defensive tackle and safeties, you goofball.
You want to hear the dagger for why we know it's going to be Matt Orzech instead of Cal Adamitis?
Why is that?
Here's what LaFleur said.
No, don't do this to me. No,
do you want to hear it?
Don't hurt me.
Cal's done a heck of a job just going in there, and he's played a lot of ball. But I think we know what Matt brings to the table as well.
Oh, don't do that. He might be talking about himself in the third person, though. You never know. He could be talking about himself.
Did you see my article I wrote about Matt LaFleur on our Substack?
I did.
It's 10 pages long. Oh, it's 9 pages long. 9 pages long.
It's a long read.
Did you get bored, or did you read the whole thing?
No, I read it.
I poured my heart and soul into it.
I read it.
I think it took me 3 weeks to write it.
I enjoyed my time.
Okay, we're at 46. I'm putting Carl Brooks on here for now.
I think it makes sense.
But thinking that he might get traded. At edge, Van Ness, Cox, Sorrell, and DDS are locks. Who's not a lock for me? Colin Oliver.
Yeah.
He's
Can I ask one thing about Carl Brooks really fast? Really quick about Carl Brooks.
Yeah. Bowling Green legend.
Yes. Yeah. Fabulous.
Oh, no. We just lost his audio.
When, me?
For a second, we lost you, but you're back now.
What is another team when they're like talking about acquiring Carl Brooks? What exactly are they thinking he's providing?
Well, that's true. He's such like a tweener.
That's what I mean. Are they asking him? Are they going to ask him to do what you've wanted for quite some time, for his deployment to be, or are they going to do kind of what Green Bay has been doing with him? That to me, I think would help outline.
What team would be a good fit for this?
For what you would like?
Yeah.
I think if anybody were to, well, they'd never trade him here. There's one that makes perfect sense, but they would never trade him here. Is definitely Chicago. Chicago lets Javon Dexter,
I'd be so mad.
Reportedly, Javon Dexter's they're looking to move him, which I think I understand because they don't want to pay him, and they're not going to be able to get comp picks for letting him walk because they're going to have a bunch of room because they're going, we're cutting Oda Yingbo and Jarrett and all these guys who are counting a bunch against the cap to go sign like Byron Young or Kobe Turner probably and other guys, right? They're doing all that. So they know they're not going to get comp pick for him, so like we'll trade him. Carl, because Dexter has been, they deploy him on the edge a little bit to kind of do that move around thing because he's a good pass rusher. That would be a team I could see probably doing that with Brooks. I think Campanile, I think Durante Jones, and I think Flores would all consider doing that, depending on how it shakes out. Like Jacksonville's got a nice rotation, but I don't think I would rule that out for them. Like for Jacksonville to go potentially get him. Trying to think. So
interesting.
Yes.
Well, we're in agreement. It's going to be 6 defensive tackles, and I would think
I will retweet this tweet you sent in the private chat.
All right, we're gonna pause briefly on the 53.
Okay.
Talk to our good guy Easton Butler. Easton, thank you for joining the show. Hello.
I've always loved being here. I just want to make sure everything's working. So.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. We see you. Handsome man.
I got shaved.
This is fine. This is perfectly like no, you don't. It looks good. It looks good. This is perfect. We're getting some info and stuff like this. This is exactly how the 53-man roster prediction thing went last year.
Yeah.
As we're sitting here with last year with John Coons tweeting Micah freaking Parsons. So
Yeah.
you know,
Are we trading for Micah Parsons again today?
Not today.
just reaffirming that we have Micah Parsons. That's really all it is.
We're just sending Jerry Jones a thank you letter today.
Yes, just you know, some muffins, maybe one of those fruit, arrangements that look like some petals, right? You get the pineapple with a little like scoop of melon in the middle. Looks really nice. So we're sending that his way for sure. And he's sending pictures of Caleb Downs and Jayshon Barham back at specifically me, not even the Packers, just me, just to anger me, right?
So
Easton,
what you got for us,
welcome.
Easton? What are you hearing? It's been a minute since you've been on here, but we've missed you. What are you hearing? What's swirling with the Packers?
I'm hearing a lot, and I'm hearing nothing.
He's hearing everything everywhere all at once, people. If you didn't know.
So one thing I will say, the Packers are looking at tight ends. That one they
praise Jesus.
Don't expect obviously you're not expecting a top guy. It's going to be a backup.
Sure. It's not going to be Kyle Pitts. You can't confirm
No.
it's not going to be Kyle Pitts. Okay.
Maybe Brock Bowers.
Ooh, okay.
If we can just even pick somebody up, like just add a body, please.
Yes.
It's dire. The people are begging.
Man, I don't know. There's some free agents that they have mentioned. I will say. I won't say who.
Too old for this.
Kevin Zeitler? What's up with Kevin Zeitler?
So I'm just asking if McBride and Sweat are sticking around. I don't think so.
Only McBride.
Yes. That's class.
But no, absolutely nothing at Kevin Zeitler. I haven't heard a peep about any offensive line. I've tried.
Well, wait. When you say nothing on Zeitler, are you saying nothing with the Packers and Zeitler, or like he's not even mulling returning to football yet?
I haven't heard shit about him in general, but I haven't heard anything about Green Bay and offensive linemen.
You heard it here first. Dang.
Trey McBride to the Packers.
Heck yeah. We take it.
Is that an official report just now, or are you excited about it?
Definitely excited.
They can have Luke Musgrave.
I don't think anyone wants him. I'm kidding. And there was some teams do, but
The Broncos aren't the Broncos the ones who wanted Musgrave a couple years ago?
it was the Jags and Kansas City last year.
The Jaguars want
Last year?
That
Okay.
makes sense
Yep.
considering they drafted one in the second round again.
2 years ago, it was the Broncos, was it not?
Sure.
I don't know. I didn't really start hearing until last year. I wish I got more.
Okay.
There was supposed to be some discussions for Musgrave until he got hurt this year, though, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely do that.
I was excited for Musgrave coming out of college. I was so happy, and then he got hurt last rate kidney. I'm like, this dude's he's a tank. He's gonna be
He had to
him.
restrain
and
himself just now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
To restrain
a
himself.
bad guy.
You can see it wanted to come out so bad.
He's a bad donkey. I'll say that.
I think you could say that one. That's not as bad.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I
one's
said
fine.
I said badass earlier
JJ
in
did
this
say
episode.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I thought he was a badass.
Nice. There we go.
Now he, not it.
It's not. Yeah,
I mean-
it just hasn't worked. Hasn't worked.
He was an Olympic level skier, and he has no balance.
I don't know.
Like
I would love to
don't
see him
understand.
ski. I want to see him ski. I would
He
love to
won-
roll the
I
tape.
won
do
national
want to see him ski.
I want to see that. I want someone to show me that. Go, okay.
I'll
like
try to find a video.
Luke. So
on
like
that.
Luke, we just need to give you like size 30 shoes or something when we're running, apparently, or something. I don't know. We just need like
Sideshow Bob.
I guess. It's crazy. Truly nuts.
Well, look, I do want to see him play, or I want to see him ski because I've seen plenty of him playing football, and I don't ever want to see that again.
This is true.
Yeah.
Although if he stays up on a long touchdown, I can record it, run that, and get another like 5K views on a video.
You could have stopped as soon as you
because
said
Musgrave
stay up,
stay
'cause that's
up.
not happening.
He did that one time in the Dallas
was rare.
playoff game. In the Dallas playoff game where nobody's around him.
Who's the more frustrating mid player who's inexplicably unhealthy and can't get on the practice field? Musgrave or Aaron Banks?
Who's more mid?
No. Who's more frustrating that they're not out there?
Right now, probably.
The answer to who's more mid is Musgrave.
Yeah. If we had to say right now, it's in Musgrave because Aaron Banks, I mean, he's Aaron Banks. He's not, what you're getting with him.
Sunk.
But with the two guys behind him, I mean, it's not going to be the greatest step, but they're two serviceable guys that could get their stuff done. Yeah. It's not like
they can pass block. They can pass block.
Exactly. You're not having Don Barclay out there. You'll have two guys that can do something for a short period of time. So I'm okay with that. Also, if you're on the roads anywhere near Green Bay on Saturday, stay away. Aaron Banks is going crazy. I'll say that. So.
Oh boy.
I'll text it.
Jake and I are relieved that neither of us live in Wisconsin right now.
Yeah. I live in Wisconsin, so.
Oh, well. Yeah. So as far as like the tight end position, it's not. Is there like a name that's been floating out there, or is it more of like they're looking at like guys that maybe the average fan would potentially be like, oh yeah, I remember him in some draft, or I have no idea who this is. Is there a certain Broncos fella involved at all?
Let me see if he played for the Broncos. I'm not sure. But this dude is a name a lot of people will know. No, he did not play for the Broncos.
Okay. So it's not who I was thinking.
Packer Superfan says, as far as I'm concerned, Aaron Banks is not on this team. It's better for my mental health, he says.
If we got Messiah Swinson off this team, I'd feel so much better. I cannot stand that dude. I want to say many words.
I don't think there's any chance Swinson is making.
I think you're good there. We're bringing back Ben Stibbs. Fantastic. Well, if
Easton, can you want to make a prediction for us? A long shot guy who's going to make the 53?
I'd say Sturdivant or Anthony Campbell.
Okay.
Well, those are kind of the two bubble guys that we've been talking a lot about. Yeah. Because as you heard, our big question about Anthony Campbell is, do they find a trade partner for Carl Brooks? Because it seems like a long shot that they would keep 7 defensive tackles. Yeah. But there's nobody ahead of Campbell who's cuttable. And Campbell probably does sneak through waivers onto your practice squad. Seems unlikely he's getting claimed. So I would think it's like, hey, either we trade Brooks before Sunday or we're trying to sneak Campbell onto the practice squad.
Yeah. The worst part is I know Carl Brooks is kind of on the block. I haven't heard a peep about that either. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, as we've said, like he's kind of a unique tweener type that a lot of teams are not going to be super interested in. So it makes sense. Green Bay, you'd hate to cut him outright because he is a good player.
Yeah. Green Bay is trying to throw him in packages for trades, but it's just nobody's really biting. There's more bites on Keyshawn Nixon than Carl Brooks, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's just it must be somebody who likes special teams. It's got to be with that in regard. But
can you give us some names of players they are trying to go after?
They are going for corners. I'll tell you that.
Okay. We like to hear this. If we could get some guards and corners on this team, I think we'd have a chance.
So a little Valentine and a pick or something for Mr. Porter.
It's gonna be a lot more.
That'd be a big pick.
Oh no, it'd be a massive pick. I'm not saying it wouldn't be, but
I will say this too, though, about Porter. The Bears have a solid offer in for Porter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow,
I get why they want.
Say out loud.
They're going to cover everybody so well for 7 seconds. They're going to have to,
and to get no pressure.
I should say, because they don't have anybody getting after anybody. Getting
No
after
pass
a
rush
QB,
on that team.
No.
So that's it. Well, that was what I was going to say. That was what I was saying, East said actually before you got out about like Brooks, where it's like if anybody would like think about like what JJ wants Brooks to do is like rush off the edge sometimes. Dennis Allen would do that, right? Like he would do that because he's done it with Dexter out there, who I know Schultz was talking about was maybe getting moved or something, or teams are, I don't know, very preliminary perhaps on that, but like they've had him do stuff like that. But obviously, Green Bay's not like, oh yeah, let's trade him to Chicago. Like that's I don't know if that's like a definite do not for someone like Carl Brooks, but like it just seems like if defenses that come to mind for Brooks that would consider doing that just aren't running rampant in this league right now. It doesn't seem like that's something teams really would want to do with Brooks, and they just maybe see him as like rotational player. Our rotation's fine, presumably.
Easton, does it sound like, because you've tweeted that teams have interest in Valentine and Keyshawn, does it sound like the Packers are going to try and move both guys and bring in another option, or just, hey, take one of these two guys plus something else to upgrade a corner for us,
So I know they're not like, if they can keep both, they'll try. But if there is somebody they want, they have no problem getting rid of either of them. More than likely, they'll probably get rid of Carrington, which I know I'd rather get rid of Keyshawn, but not the end of the world.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what I know about that.
Tell us more about this tight end thing.
I can't dwell into the names. But there are some guys that are, one's on the block, and then he's being shopped around a lot in Carolina. I'll let you think of. There's a few.
There are.
Sure.
But yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And then
Still play tight end?
I really loved Tommy Tremble when he was in the draft.
Does this guy still play tight end technically, or is there some, I know we can't be giving it away.
It's Darren Waller.
I can't.
After all these years, Goody's finally getting his Darren Waller.
Yeah.
They have a lot of tight ends there. Holy.
They actually do. I forgot they also have. I was like, oh yeah, Tremble, Notre Dame. They also have Evans. I forgot they also have Evans on the team.
Here, I'll put their roster up on screen so we can look at it.
That's why I was wondering. Well, there's is this guy still playing the tight end position? They do list him. They still list him there. That's notable.
Oops, just unsorted.
You guys ready for a Felipe Franks?
Darren Waller, Tommy Tremble,
really nice
Jatavian Sanders.
I'm not opposed to the Logan Thomas route. Yeah, I'm not opposed.
Yeah, a decent amount of guys there.
Jatavian, there's no way he is 252. That is just not right. That's not correct.
50 boy.
Unless he's bulked back up over the offseason.
They got 7 guys listed at tight end right now.
Darren Waller wearing 35 is objectively hilarious, by the way.
Trace Smack probably won't say number 28, by the way. So.
Man, guys, you heard it here first. So if that 28 jersey drops,
give him a real number
next Monday for the rivalry uni. I would grab it. I would get it. It looks really cool.
There's a few other guys that do want to change numbers. I know Will Shepard wants to if he's still on the team. But he's been talking about that since last year.
He's going to be 28. Wasn't he 28 last year?
No.
He wants 5.
He was 82, I think.
He's going to disrespect Jade Daniels. He wants 5.
That stuff's wild. It's funny, though.
You rarely, maybe once a year, you get a bit that just is like, oh yeah, literally everyone can jump in on this because there's so much material to go after.
Are they just going to give Trace Mack 17? Like that's the open obvious number, or there's 13? Well,
17 is a horrible idea. I mean, look at the last few kickers that wore it.
Yeah, that's true. Don't give him that.
Who's 13 right now? There's not a 13.
No, Karen Jones get cut.
Yeah, so 13, 17.
Big shoes to fill with Wicks.
I think that's about it. 13, 17.
Man, I kind of dig it. It was like when Golden had 22 for a while. It was like it might be so bad.
Do you remember when he was number 82 though on draft night?
Yeah,
I saw somebody wearing his
22
82 jersey that night too. and then changed it the next day. I'm like, dang, that's either really cool or it's you wasted, $150.
Yeah, that's tough.
What was Christian Watson's original draft number that they gave him? And then we all bullied them into giving him.
I think that was 82
a single-digit
as well.
number.
It was like 82 or
It's
83.
terrible.
It was like
Let me-
it was like not a good. Yeah.
Let me look for it.
I think it was like worse than that. Like I think it was like 86, like something really lame.
I know I posted it a while ago.
82 might be right though.
Let me find it.
Show me 83. No, because
Tulip says, "I hope Nair gives Bo 80 back." Yeah, Bo needs to be back in 80. I don't like having him in 16.
Oh, so maybe Trey Smack goes and gets 16.
Maybe you know what? This is how the world heals. You give Nair whatever the heck he's trying to get. Give
Yeah.
Nair 17. Nair gets 17.
Watson had 82.
Oh, there you go.
It's backwards, so
There
it's
you
not
go.
58. 58 would be awkward, but
Yeah.
yeah, 82 is bad. I'm so happy it's 9. Best 9 in
Oh,
the
yeah.
division.
Smack were 29. And
I'm glad that they gave Christian Watson 9 and Micah Parsons 1 and Matthew Golden 0. Those are all correct carriages of justice. And
I
that,
would have
and
got Marshawn Lloyd at 0. He wanted it.
that been kind of sick.
there's a
gotta
lot
play-
of players
gotta play
that
a little
have
bit.
wanted numbers
Yeah.
that deserve some numbers. Like,
Gotta play to get.
when they gave
Oh man.
Jaden Reed 1 and then took it away, like that was a travesty. But at least 11 fits him, so that's good.
Well,
I
Micah
do
would have
think-
had 11 then. So the timeline's really not jumbled too bad.
Right.
So Jaden would have kept 1. Micah would have kept 11.
Easton,
that's
what's your stance on 5? Because my stance is you need to make a decision. Either 5 is worth retiring and you should retire it, or it's not worth retiring and therefore you should use it. But the whole it's unofficially retired thing to me is stupid. What's your stance on 5?
I think you retire it league wide for Jaden Daniels.
There you go.
No, I
Fantastic.
thought it was officially retired, or what was I? No, yeah, it's still unofficial. Yeah, I'd say officially retire it, but I feel like give it 40 years, you're gonna have very few numbers still available. I mean,
That's the
12
that's
is
the
getting
thing.
retired. 1
Absolutely,
probably won't be worn for a while. So
Yeah,
you'll
that's
have
true.
0,
They're not gonna
2,
let one do
Was it
that.
0, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, and then
Whoa, 10?
there's
16.
The 10?
yeah, because 15 is retired, is it? Yeah, that was no, it's 15.
15 is retired. 14 and 15 are both retired, yeah.
Who's 15 again? I know.
They can break out like Pi and Infinity and stuff like that if they really want to.
Let's put like X for
Yeah.
Goldberg.
Yeah, just they could do. They could.
Yeah,
Double
did-
zero
did
has
Did you just
all
ask who
like-
15 is?
Yeah,
Did you just ask who 15 is? Bart Starr.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
That's
I
That
can't-
guy.
I can't remember.
Sure, sure.
They should retire 35.
Just
for
Bart
Bugs
Starr.
Brown.
Sounds more like a Cowboys player to me. He's got Star in his name.
Speaking of Star, R.I.P. to Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Saw
Yeah.
that.
is
It was
true.
like, dang. Found out where
We still have Willie Nelson, but man, it's the roster's starting to get thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
At least still got Jerry Jones to take advantage of. Take advantage of. Oops.
Yeah. Jerry's still kicking, wanting to make some trades. I love nothing.
Dude,
more.
I would make another trade with Jerry.
Gosh, they're going to
tomorrow.
trade for Porter aren't they?
tomorrow.
They're trading for Porter.
No,
they're
they're
going to pay
not.
him.
They're not.
They're going to
even
pay him.
in this
They're going to give him
conversation.
$40 million a year. They're going to negotiate with Porter and Pickens in the.
They'll probably
offseason.
trade for Keyshawn and give him
That.
$30 million a year. That's some Jerry Jones stuff.
Jerry Jones trying to negotiate with Porter and Pickens in one offseason sounds like a lot of fun, though. I would be in on that if he wanted to try.
That'd be hilarious. That
I
is
would love
prime
that.
time television right there.
I would love, yeah.
I would
please
get the.
film all.
I would
of
go
it.
to Costco and get the big bag of popcorn for that.
Right, exactly. Film all of it. I want to see every minute. We've got to do show on our hands. It's perfect. So
Easton, are you hearing anything else? I think you mentioned offensive line early on, or maybe that was just my wishful thinking. Did you say offensive line?
I haven't heard anything about offensive line.
Okay, all right.
I
That's-
wish.
that's tough.
Wish casting.
We hate to
Wish
see
casting.
that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Gosh, I'm serious. If they would go out and go acquire a really competent right guard who can pass block and run block, that to me would be the sort of deciding factor of I'm in on this is a team that can win it.
Here's the problem. Anybody who can do both of those things is not available.
Kevin Zeitler!
Unless they're in their 30s. Because there's plenty of
So you get a 1-year rental. 1-year rental.
plenty of those
And then next year, hey, Jagger Burton's finally ready. Maybe Jacob Monk's finally ready. Whatever. Goody can do his draft and develop thing next year. But you get a 1-year rental.
Yeah.
Worth it for a Super Bowl.
Oh, for sure.
Right guard. You can actually talk me into right guard might be the difference maker in winning it all.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's good.
Why don't we get Jed Willick, the president?
Are they poking around? I have a question for Easton, actually.
Yeah.
Are the Bengals going to pay both corners? Are they really? Are the Bengals?
No.
Do they really want to?
They're calling about other corners, I'll tell you that.
They're calling about corners. Well, of course,
Green Bay,
yes.
So Green Bay is fighting. Well, I can't say fighting. Green Bay, the Bears, and Bengals have all called about the same corner. Is not Joey Porter Jr. So.
Wait, who? Bengals, Packers, and who? The Bears?
Bears. Yep.
They've all called about the same.
Oh.
I'm looking
Christian
down
Gonzalez.
I'm talking.
I wish.
Well, I mean,
so
I'd probably call.
Oh.
I'd probably call. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, so that
Wait,
Christian
is this
Gonzalez
somebody
guy's
from the
pretty good, huh?
Texans? I bet you it's somebody from the Texans. They got a plethora
No.
of corners.
No. It is AFC though. That's all I will say.
All right, this is what Jake and I are going to be doing for the rest of the night. The
Yeah,
pod is
now
going to
I don't
end,
even
and
care.
we're
What's
going to
the
be
point of
scrolling through
even-
every AFC roster.
What's the point of? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about anything else. I'm looking down a quarter list right now.
Well, speaking of, there is one more thing we have to talk about.
I'm going to sort by
We
AFC
do have to
players.
finish our 53.
Yeah, we don't. No.
Jake doesn't want to do the 53 because Joey Porter Jr. is not going to be on there.
If you message me, I'll let you know. If it's him.
Oh, heck yeah. All right, we'll figure out who it is, and then we'll ask you to confirm or deny.
Okay.
Tool for this says, just say Patrick Surtain. There's been a lot of PS2 comments in the chat. A lot of PS2 comments in the chat today.
Relax, guys.
Jake, would you rather have Pat Surtain or Gonzo?
Give me Gonzo.
Wait a minute. Oh, so Tan's only making 24? Yeah, no, I'll take Surtain at 26 years old. Over Gonzalez.
Remember when he signed that and we thought it was crazy?
Or something? Yeah. Gonzalez going to get 34. Jalen Ramsey's making more than Surtain. Yeah, no. I'll take. I understand.
That's crazy.
I understand. Gonzalez younger, but man, Surtain at 26 right now, entering kind of peak years. I would do it.
Hey, have you guys heard about that Pack Daddy thing today?
Yes.
We did. We did hear about
He
that.
deactivated his account. So
Makes sense.
yeah, he's gotten a lot of hate today. Which
very
obviously
very sad situation.
Yeah.
Very, very sad situation. Our heart really goes out to his family and then like also on, I know this might feel like a superficial level, I guess, but I think it does matter. There's a lot of people who listened to his podcast who are feeling disillusioned and, heartbroken. And like it sucks to go through that. And so I have sympathy for a lot of Packer fans across Wisconsin and the world who, they got to go through this, and it sucks, and it's very, very sad. First and foremost, my heart does go out to his family, and it's just heartbreaking, and it's something that we've been having a hard time coming to terms with.
Yeah.
Really. Very, very painful.
Yeah.
Not to end the pod on like a bummer note, but sheesh.
Well, we can end on a better note. Matt Orzech will be the long snapper
You're right. It's technically a better note. It's not a good note, though. Jeesh, Easton. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the whole, like, is Deshaun Watson a worse human or a worse football player? Like, that's what that reminds me of.
I mean, he's
like,
pretty
sure,
darn good at Clemson.
Sure, I guess he's technically a better football player
NFL,
than
so
he
he's
is a
better
person. But
yes, that's
Okay, I'll end it on a happier note. Josh Sweat, there are other teams talking, but Green Bay is in the lead right now.
Let's go.
They don't want.
We're sticking our neck out.
that too.
We're the final furlong, and Green Bay's they're leaning out right now.
I will say there is a reason why he was just brought off a pup. So
sure. What's that?
do you
why would they do that? Brian Windhorst meme. Now, why would they do that? Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
It does, and I think, like, even though I have liked what we've seen from Brenton Cox, and I think that Baron Sorrell, seems like he's obviously the other starting defensive end opposite LVN right now, and then Cox as a very competent backup.
Yeah.
But boy, if you could roll into the beginning of this season with Josh Sweat opposite LVN, and then you got Sorrell and Cox as both backing those guys up, I think you feel fantastic about the rest of the season, and maybe that really takes a significant amount of pressure off of your cornerbacks. Like, it really seems like Gannon is trying to shift stress from the cornerback room onto the linebackers and safeties, and I think that's smart. That's clearly where your talent is. But if you also have the defensive ends and the defensive tackles wreaking havoc, which I think a Josh Sweat addition really would create that environment, all of a sudden you can weather a lot at that cornerback situation. And, like, you know, even though he's a rookie, like, Cisse has been looking really good. He's looking the part. It's going to be Cisse and Nixon, unless, as you're saying, if they can upgrade from Nixon, you know, via trade. I think that's something that Packer fans everywhere would welcome for sure.
Yep, Baron
you know,
Sorrell's
like,
corner.
all of a sudden,
Baron Sorrell plays corner.
Who's ready for Preston Smith at corner?
Let me ask you guys this: if Josh Sweat were on this roster, all right, would you then feel like the biggest issue to be addressed remaining is starting corner or starting right guard?
Corner, 100%.
I predict Jake's going to say right guard.
I would say guard. The O line is the reason I would not put this team in can win the Super Bowl tier this year. Like, I think that's
where I'm at as well.
It's like just legitimately where I'm. Oh yes, cotton candy, good flavor.
Yeah,
good flavor. Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah, we
fan.
love that here.
Big fan. Yes.
Are we hiding brands or like?
No, probably hiding.
We're hiding the logo because they don't pay
yeah.
us money, but we like that brand. We want them to pay us money.
Nice word. Yes.
Our second channel is going to be called Energy Drinks Derailed.
It's just going to be tiers, I think. That's it.
Dude, it really should be. It should just be just the tier list show.
Yeah, it really should be. Honestly, would love to rank.
Easton, have you caught any of our tier list episodes?
I have not.
Maybe we need to have you on for a tier list.
I'd be down. I haven't even.
Some of them we did
podcasts, so I can't lie.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, it's much easier to listen. JJ, we did a few of them with logos that we didn't record. That was like we did that for like 2 hours after we stopped.
That's true. We could revisit some of those. Yeah.
We'll definitely we're getting into football season.
We also tier listed a bunch of teams in various sports and didn't post those either. Ooh, two over this said, can we get an Easton Butler breaking news tier list? Oh, here's the thing. I think you'd have to have Myles Garrett in S tier, and like
Garrett.
I feel like Micah Parsons like didn't hit quite as hard as Myles Garrett because you weren't taking the heat and the hate
Yeah.
for the Micah Parsons thing, the way you had
Parsons-
to for Miles Garrett.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Like that one was
The Parsons
you
run
got
up
so
was like-
abused.
yeah.
I ran a victory lap. I was like, yeah, throwing middle fingers.
Well
up to
deserved,
everyone.
yeah.
I'm upset that these guys got this as their title, but bootleg football when that happened, the title of the video was "The Avengers Just Traded for Thanos," which was I was like, dang, it's just right there.
That's a good title.
That's really good.
That's why it's
really,
S
really
tier.
good.
Yeah, that's why it's simply the best one. Yeah, no question about it. But that's an interesting tier. We'd have to put that tier list together. I'd have to do my research more on those. Put that tier list together.
I'll tell you, there's
I want Easton's opinion on this one too. If he'd rather have Sweat,
Josh Sweat or Joey Porter Jr.
give me Joey Porter. I mean, you don't necessarily need Sweat because you'll be fine at like week 5, 6 when Micah's back. But I mean, I'd like if you add more candy to the candy jar.
Sure.
I feel like the thing with Joey Porter Jr. is that you have to really factor in the compensation. Like you're gonna have to give up a lot more for JPJ than for Josh Sweat. So that's I think what evens the playing field a bit there.
And how much is he gonna ask for?
Well, Josh wants a contract too, so that's a big question.
Sure.
Josh probably isn't getting a contract though.
He
right?
might not. That's probably the trickiest part of all of this. I'm sure.
I would be surprised if he did.
He's 29, so. Yeah, he's 29. He's got 2 more on this. No,
I'd be kind of cranky if we did give him one.
Does he have 3 more on this current contract? Or does he have 2 more years?
I think it's just the 2.
Just 2? Okay. But yeah, with Porter, I mean, he's going to get north of 30 for sure.
Yeah. I think I saw something where he wants like 33.6 or something.
Oh, Josh?
He would want, he would.
Josh is under contract through the 2028 season, and then he also has a void year after that.
Wow. Okay.
Dude's gonna throw more voids.
He's actually really expensive in 27 and 28. I didn't realize this. He's 23. Well, let's see. How much of this is dead cap? There's a lot of dead cap in there. So actually for us, it would be 18 mil in 27 and 18 mil in 28. So that's not terrible.
Wow, JPJ's already 26? Wow. That must have been recent. Because that's crazy.
I'm looking at the guy that the Packers are trying to trade for, and I see a very nice low cap hit.
What, that corner?
Pons. Mm-hmm. Trying to trade for Pons, of course. Yeah, with that nice $4 4-year, $9 million contract or whatever it is. That'd be nice.
Easton, we have to do our 53. Do you want to stick around and do this with us, or do you have to jump?
I was gonna hop out. I gotta hop on with a buddy and play some games for a bit.
All right.
So
Sweet. Well, I appreciate you coming on here. This is fun.
I will say this thing too, though. Of everything I'm hearing, it's like very similar to what I was hearing with Micah, getting to like the time frame. So I don't want to say 100% sure it's gonna happen, but if I'm leaning one way, I'd say it would be
for Josh Sweat.
Yes.
All right.
Not even that maybe Green Bay gets it done, but something happens.
I think Green Bay
before the season. Okay. Well.
Yeah, before the season. Just from everything right now, it's just like I got more info today, and I'm just like, oh, this is not typical.
Makes sense, obviously, considering coming off of.
I'm gonna send a message right now. I just want to see your guys' like facial expressions to it.
Okay.
Because it's kind of funny.
All right.
Jake, should we hand this up or should we?
No, no,
we can't say this.
We can't say anything, but all we can do is react to it. It's like when we found out, RDJ is Dr. Doom.
Sorry,
I'm really glad we could. Honestly, I'm glad we could hear the typing. I think
I'm messing it up, dude.
That builds suspense. The typing does. I think we're doing a great
What's better,
job.
Podcasting? Pure silence or typing sounds?
No, typing sounds nice. What do you mean? I would listen to typing. There's probably a YouTube video
I was
out
listening
there.
to a new podcast this week. Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that's not nothing. Yeah. No, that's not.
Wow.
That's a good point,
Wow.
Easton.
Wow.
See,
That's a good point.
So it's like
Wow.
there's a lot riding right now.
Interesting.
Jalen
Oh,
Carter to the
boy.
Rams.
I'm supposed to share that, but you know.
Wow,
You guys
Jalen
are-
Carter to the Rams.
God, I'm still getting hate for Jalen Carter, even though I said there's been calls.
I
And then
mean-
that was backed up by other people.
I mean, I think it's very obvious why they'd be taking calls. One, because
Yeah.
of the talent, and two, because the Eagles
Last year
paid a lot of
contract,
people, and Carter's been a little volatile in the play.
One last tidbit on Josh Sweat: Eagles are not in it anymore,
Okay.
so we're not fighting Howie.
Amen.
There's 3 other teams out.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean,
Did Jared tell us who the
sure
3 teams were?
folks-
You told us the teams in on that
sure
one
the folks
corner.
out there.
Yeah, on the
the
one corner.
teams for Sweat. I mean, I think could probably do some quick maths on some contenders out there who
The
definitely.
Bears and Lions should both be in on Sweat.
Neither of them are.
The
Bears are so
what
stupid.
The Lions,
They're just stupid.
the Lions are high on their own supply right now. May I say? Whoa.
You'd think that for having
You know,
missed the playoffs last year.
The teams that Easton put in the chat are interesting. Let me tell you. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say the teams.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's
I
one
won't
team
say
on
the
there
names
that
of
I am-
them.
What's
I know
happening?
exactly what you're thinking on that
What's
too.
why is this team here? Anyway, we can't say, but that's so funny. That's
The
probably a
3
better
teams-
reaction to the first message. You got another
The
team
first
on.
3 teams
Oh my
are poop, okay, and fart.
Yeah, for sure.
Although the third team's more like
whoa,
vomit.
whoa,
But yeah.
whoa. Easy.
I don't know if we're saying
I don't
okay
know.
on this one, but
Yeah.
judging from
Well, that's fair. Dershel saying this is straight bullying, which I find very, very funny.
I just can't
Andrew
I don't want to get in trouble
Albert.
and say something though.
Yeah, no,
That's
you're
the
fine.
issue.
You're fine. We're good. We're okay.
Andrew Albert says there's no way we get Josh Sweat because we have no first rounder. How can we make it work pay-wise with the Tucker Craft extension and having J. Love and Micah on the books? I feel like the contract thing is probably a bigger
that money
deal
out.
than the compensation.
Just push that money out, man. The cap
think-
keeps going up.
I think Green Bay is second in void years across the league after the Rams, so they have no issue
Perfect.
pushing guys out. It's going to happen
Perfect.
as long as another COVID.
I would
knock
love
on
to
wood,
be in-
doesn't happen. We're okay.
I would love to.
We're just pushing all our chips in the
I would
table
love to
on Matt
be
LaFleur.
I would love to be in every category with the Rams in terms of what they're doing.
Yeah.
That feels nice. So
as long as my quarterback isn't sleeping with the backup.
we have each
the-
added a premier player in the last 363 days. So 62 days. Yeah.
Maybe Aaron Donald will unretire and come to Green Bay.
Yeah, okay.
He just wants a little bit more money from the Rams, but it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, he's playing.
So
He's playing.
We all know that. It's
Yeah.
obvious to everybody, yeah.
He is Professor Hulk coming, or no, he is Ant-Man coming out of the rubble in the portal scene, basically, is what Aaron Donald is. Okay. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. So
All right,
but
Jake,
yeah,
we
appreciate
gotta let
you,
Easton go.
Yeah, we gotta let him
He's
go.
got-
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
He's got friends
Of
waiting
course.
on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Easton. We appreciate you.
Of course. Have a good one, guys.
You too, bud.
See ya. All right, Jake, we have
We do,
46 guys here.
Yeah.
We got to hammer this out because I got to go to bed.
Okay.
So we have just 7 spots to fill. I'm not going to do practice squad.
Yeah.
So one thing I'm noting is that we are one guy shy on the offensive line.
Now we can say no.
JT Womack says, "Okay, now y'all
No.
can say it."
Easton even
We-
left. He left. He removed himself, and then still typed in the private chat. Remember all hush hush when he typed all these things. So no, we can
Look.
actually not do that.
Easton's our guy. All right, we're not going to
can't-
betray
we
his
can't
confidence.
do it.
Plus, we want him to
can't
come
do
back
it.
on the show again.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
look, if we keep his secrets, he will come back on the show. All right, that's just how it works, man.
It is
It's
true.
just how it works.
So
Can
as I
Easton
said-
put a
as I
percentage
said,
of
I already-
confidence?
I
Well,
already
he's not
spoiled one.
he's not out anymore.
I already spoiled one for you guys. Jalen Carter to the Rams, obviously. You're welcome for that one. The Packers
All
are
right,
also trading
final-
for Malik Neighbors, from what I from what I gather. So, yeah, I say.
Final 7 guys, and of those 7,
That's good.
between 1 and 100%.
Fantastic. No notes. All right. So are we keeping Campbell off the roster? I think that makes sense. You can just plop him in.
Well, I think it's going to be either Carl Brooks or Campbell.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think for today's purposes,
Brooks, but I think
we'll say Brooks for right now. Remember, we reserve the right. So cutdown day is Sunday, 6 p.m.
Maybe
Eastern.
We'll be live on Friday or Saturday. Who knows?
We reserve the right to change our predictions up through noon on Saturday? Seem like a fair deadline?
When do the Packers play?
We need to find one more
until that game ends. They play Friday, so yeah, Saturday seems plenty fine.
All right, Saturday noon Lambeau time is the deadline to get your predictions in.
Yes, send
Jake,
us your picks if you'd like.
So yeah, send them to us.
Comment them somewhere. Put it.
Substack would be a really nice place to do that. If you subscribe to our Substack for free, there is a subscriber chat. You guys can send us questions and comments and mock drafts and 53 projections in there. Please do that. It doesn't cost you a dime. Jake, we need to find one more offensive lineman. So what I'm seeing here, I think this is the full block. Donovan Jennings through Travis Glover. So Darian Kennard probably feels like the guy that they're going to keep as their 9th lineman. What do you think?
Wait, say again.
Offensive lineman. We need one more.
Okay.
Darian Kennard.
If we put Kennard in as tight end as well, that will ease the things.
To me, this seems like again, you're a little heavy at tackle.
Sense. Yeah.
A little light at guard, but that's also just kind of the construction of the roster. So,
yeah, I think Glover's not making it right. So it comes down to, I know they've talked a lot about Cooper in that building, right? There's been a lot of stuff
Wade
is
getting
getting
some love. We've seen Donovan Jennings kind of a fair
probably seen
amount in the preseason game. I've seen enough from him. I'm ready to cut him. It's been a long experiment.
In the words of Spider-Man 2099, I've seen exactly enough of Donovan Jennings. So
Easton said Kennard is making the 53. Well, I think he's our.
That makes sense. So he's offensive lineman 9, which, man,
I kind of wouldn't be surprised.
I get it.
I kind of wouldn't be surprised if Goody puts Kennard on first and then Williams, when he's putting together his.
Sure.
And maybe has Williams duking it out with some of these guys. To me, Williams feels like probably highly certain he's going to be on. So we're good on O-line. We're good-ish on D-tackle. I think we're good at linebacker. Maybe they keep Christian Welch. What did we do last year? We had 4 last year and 5 the previous 2 years before that. So I don't know. Maybe on Welch. Damani Jackson. Do you think he makes the roster? Seems
we just haven't
7
seen
corners,
a lot, right? And so that's the tricky part. But maybe the fact that we haven't seen a lot, and is he older?
He was a 6th rounder as well. He wasn't a 7th rounder. It just seems unlikely, even though he's been bad and has been hurt. It seems unlikely that Goody would cut him.
23, older rookie, but maybe St. Juice doesn't make it. I don't know.
Joe says I asked Kennard if he would sign a photo for me with tight end 2, and he wouldn't do it. He should have.
That would have been nice.
Maybe if let me see. What do I have here? I have nickel counted in the cornerback room. Yeah, so if you kind of swap that,
unless you could, I guess you could count it in the safety room, but
maybe 7 really is the answer here.
It could be.
The total DBs we're at 9 DBs right
nickel, and like they're not really that worried about Perry and Kenyon like getting picked up, and they can stash those guys on the practice squad, then sure, I think you can make it work.
Yeah. Do you think Perry is gonna? We got Perry and Oladapo.
Oh wow.
Where's Perry? Oladapo's had a bad summer.
Yeah, that one.
I think maybe Mervyn Kenyon is in that mix. Jalen Simpson looked really promising for a while, and he had a.
Is Neiman making this team?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, 31.
I would think so.
It's a lot of linebackers.
Well,
but again, defense
I
were
don't know.
23 out of 25. Probably
five
done.
linebackers. Where's Neiman?
It was Oliver outside looking in seems pretty possible, especially if the other thing is if they like Kelly a lot and Kelly can stay on the practice squad.
Kelly to me is
okay
definitely a practice squad guy. I can't see him
so.
making the roster.
No,
right
no.
now.
I just mean like, does that like maybe influence their decision of like not as concerned about Oliver making it?
I mean, Oliver is going to get right. Oliver would get picked up. He's not squeaking through.
That's what I mean. He's not squeaking through, but they feel good about Kelly squeaking through, so he's able to stay on the practice squad. They're okay with that. Like that seems like where we're headed here, especially if again we have two safeties on this team and we're at
To me, at D end, I think that you're looking at Oliver versus Mosby.
You think one of them is making it?
I think one of those guys is making it. I think they'll keep 5.
Okay. Wow. Which
especially
I guess
with
make room for Micah.
Especially with just
end, So are we? So if defense, we think defense gets to 26.
Probably
it would be one of the edge rushers and then one of the safeties here. As for the last 2 spots. No.
If offense, I think there's a world though where Josh Jacobs between tight end and running back. If Josh Jacobs is suspended,
well,
I'm gonna predict that Jacobs doesn't get suspended.
Okay, I would imagine that's the case, and that maybe happens next year. That's what it sounds like.
So,
and then
Micah's gonna start on PUP. Yeah, Micah's on PUP.
Yep, and then it's really one of those 3 receivers. Where are we at? We're at 50 flat right now. Yeah,
we're at 50.
So
we need 2 more on defense and 1 more on offense.
One of the receivers,
tight end only has 3.
One of the receivers is safety, and
are there any offensive linemen who should be kept though?
Again, maybe they like Cooper enough, but Cooper seems like a practice squad stash that'll probably work. I'm assuming Prather, and then whoever doesn't make it at receiver ends up there too. Gesky probably ends up there with Cooper. Glover, I don't think makes it. Yasmin's the IPP guy.
Does Yasmin go on the international or no?
Yes, I would think so, unless they got their eye on someone else that I don't know.
Man, none of these other tight ends are worth keeping.
I don't think so.
Where's the other tight ends?
I don't think so.
Where'd they even go?
43. I think that's it.
Yeah, Swinson and McAllen Castles are both out of here. That's it.
That's all there. So yeah, it's really just adding either an offensive lineman or receiver, and then an edge and a safety. So
yeah, so we only got 2 safeties. What if they keep both of these guys, Oladapo and Perry? That puts you at your 26.
Yeah, then I don't know if Oliver's making it then, if they do that.
Yeah.
Looking in. I mean, they added Sutton to this team.
Let me ask you this question. Who's safety 3 right now, Oladapo or Perry?
I mean, Perry has shown more at safety. I know they have I know they've been talking up this plan they have for Oladapo in spots, but I just don't know it hurts to see him go, but we haven't seen anything, so.
Okay, here's kind of what I'm thinking. Oliver, Oladapo, and then maybe Campbell.
Yeah. And
are
then one
probably
of yours-
fighting for one roster spot.
Probably.
So of those 3, Oliver's the most highly drafted, is the thing.
Yes, he is. Right?
Yeah, he was a 5th-round pick. Oladapo was a 6th.
Oladapo was a 6th. Okay.
I think. Maybe Oladapo was a 5th.
I'm just trying to remember if they had a lot of 5ths that year Oladapo was picked or not. I don't want to hang us up on this, but who do you think of those guys?
I'm trying to figure out how to keep both. I guess I'm wondering.
Okay, Oliver went.
Here's the other thing.
Oliver went 159. Oladapo went 169. So Oladapo was a 5th-round pick.
Do they actually want to keep this many guys in the corner/nickel room? Like, does Valentine or Keyshawn get traded?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm just going to take Valentine off.
Valentine off for a trade. That makes sense.
I would rather keep Oladapo.
Put a trade thing around him, or something.
I'd rather keep Oladapo
Sure.
or Oliver over Damani Jackson, who I don't want to keep. Man, what if it was this? What if you trade Valentine and Brooks, and then you're keeping Anthony Campbell? And
JT says he doesn't think Damani and Coach Len both don't think Damani makes it.
I don't think he should. But
Yeah, I mean,
but the guy who makes that decision is the guy who drafted him.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Valentine gets traded, it makes it a lot easier. Obviously, if Brooks gets traded, it doesn't sound like Brooks is going to have any takers, so I would assume Campbell doesn't make it because Brooks will stay on the roster.
I agree with that.
But I mean,
let's say Valentine gets traded, and then so they keep Oladapo, Oliver, and then
so there's your 26,
and then
that tracks.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you just
so then we just need
pick a receiver.
One more guy.
Unless we pick some, I guess we could pick something else, but I don't know.
If you're gonna keep something else, I feel like it's O-line because I think that's kind of where your talent is. They keep 2 long snappers.
That'd be kind of sick.
Coach Len wants J. Mike. That's who I want as well.
That. I would prefer Shepard to this point. But obviously, yeah.
That feels like a 20.
Sturdivant's a rookie.
Yeah, like 2019, 2020. You had guys like Will Shepard who were. One of the guys who we had was a Shepard. It was Darius Shepard was the last guy who snuck on.
That's right. Has the UDFA always made it for this team?
A couple years ago, they did kind of broke that streak quietly because there wasn't one on the 53, but then like later that day they did a move to put somebody on IR and then brought one of the UDFA's back. So they technically. Coach Len says Savion could end up on short-term IR, but you got to keep him on the 53 before you can do that.
Yeah,
you can't
do that. He's got to be on it first.
Yeah, you can't put him on IR now. You could leave him on PUP if he were on PUP, but he's not. Not sure about Neiman. He seems like a practice squad guy to me. I understand that. I think Neiman does make it. I think they're going to keep 5 linebackers. Yeah, last year they kept 4, but they...
So really the
average is 4.3.
What's the front 7 average?
Front 7 average is so you got 10,
14,
10,
9.
11, 10, 11,
Looks like
9 in 2020.
If you do all of that,
plus
right, you have
outside
plus
linebackers.
outsides. So like 5.7, 4.3, that's 10. So 14.9 is your number.
Here, I'll just give you we'll do this. Oh. Why is this not working?
I don't know.
What am I doing wrong?
Does Jonathan Williams make your 53?
John Williams, the offensive lineman?
Cincinnati
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Sum this through this. Why is this not working? All right, well, I guess we're going to do it this way then.
Because 14.9 gives you is what those averages come out to. So
what in the world is going on? Automatic. And the heck is going on? Are you seeing this?
yeah, I am. I don't know what that's about. But it does, again, those three numbers at the bottom where you averaged all of it, it is 14.9. So.
Okay, 14.9. So for what we have this year,
That would
we
be
got
over it by, that'd be 16.
11, 16. That's a lot.
Ford is on it.
Yeah, Ford is under nose tackle.
Carrington
So for
on.
them to keep an extra at all three of these puts them drastically over. It's really because of that fifth linebacker.
It's the fifth linebacker, and again, just the lack of safeties. But like ultimately, Bullard kind of counts in the safety room, which is a nice kind of way to cheat the system a little bit here.
Yeah. 6.55 is
Carl Brooks
what I'm
is
going
like
with here. 6 D tackles, 5 D ends, 5 linebackers. I do think it's going to be that.
If they don't trade anybody, I could see maybe Neiman being that guy and Valentine sticking, but
sure.
it seems like with a lot of the movement that's potential. Which again, if they're trading Valentine, they might They might be bringing somebody in, which would then obviously knock somebody out as well, which would maybe be Oliver.
They might just move Carrington for a draft pick though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's just pick our wide receiver, I guess. So there's not an offensive lineman we're making a case for, right? We're not trying to keep Travis Glover.
No, we're not trying to do that unless they really, really like Cooper or Gesky or Wade, like one of those three. If they really, really want to keep them, obviously, Wade at guard is helpful. Cooper, I think, has played a lot of different spots.
I would think the only guys in contention for a 10th O lineman would be Jennings, Glover, or Wade. I think those are the only three that it would be. I don't know that I think Cooper is actually in the mix there.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, Cooper last.
Where are they under? It's just tight end that they're under.
Okay, Cooper.
Fake Carrington for a tight end.
Cooper is not what I'm thinking of.
Are you thinking of
Wade,
are you thinking of Dylan Barrett?
No, Wade's who I'm thinking of. He's played left guard, left tackle, right tackle.
Yeah, Wade played. He's been mostly locked in at left guard, and he had a good game against Denver.
Yes. In the last 2 seasons, obviously, yeah, he's his most snaps are at left guard.
In camp, he's been at left guard.
Yeah, right. I would lean towards probably wide receiver 7 in this.
You know what? Though I had a thought.
What's that?
You only have 23. Oh, they've never kept only 23 on a side of the ball though. It's all the lowest has been 24. They don't even.
So they split 20. There was 2013 as 23. Right?
Yeah, you're right. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
This is 2018, 27 and 24. How's that possible?
Oh, they didn't have a specialist signed, I think. They might not have walked
three.
In.
Three. I must have entered that wrong. I'll have to double check that and see why that's not. How you can have 54 guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just kind of solves some problems if you kept one more guy on defense.
Yeah.
Keep Carrington Valentine on defense. I don't know, man.
That would get you to 27 for sure. Yeah.
Coach Len says Wiley is underwhelming to me. Wanted to see more with Tucker out. Yeah, well, we only have one tight end. Wiley is only a blocker.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. All right, who gets the last spot here? Approaching the 2.5 hour mark.
I had a ninja mute before my explosive sneeze.
Impressive.
Just explosive sounding. It was a very dry sneeze, but it was explosive sounding. Very violent. What if? Oh gosh, I'd hate this. What if they just kept Kyle McCord, kept three quarterbacks? They're like, what else are you gonna do? You know who I'd far rather keep would be Pierre Strong, man,
Yeah, that's fair.
or Caladitis.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, because we're max lineman at 9. Obviously, tight end's the one that's short right now. And so it makes sense for that to potentially be a trade or something. Or picking someone up. So
Yeah. What about this? What if we just said TBD? There's your 20. There's your 53.
There's your 50. Yeah, there's your 50 and 3 specialists. Yeah, that's
all right. So we'll say our official answer is TBD, but
there you go.
Runner up to TBD is Shepard or Sturdivant. And then we think we think there's a chance that Carrington gets traded.
Doesn't happen.
What would be really nice would be if they would work out like one of these big question marks prior to that Saturday deadline we're setting for ourselves, so we could update this. That'd be nice.
We'll definitely see on that front. So,
or maybe Damani Jackson plays extensive snaps in the preseason game, and we can see that he's completely
doesn't have it. Yeah.
Taryn Boone, this is a new name I haven't seen in the chat. Welcome, Taryn Boone. Carrington stays, Nixon is gone. Well, if they trade Nixon, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, you can almost put Nixon / Valentine in both of those in that spot of like cornerback and trade, basically.
Yep.
It can work like that. So,
all right, yeah, Jake.
Okay.
Jake, yes or no? Does one of Valentine / Nixon get traded before cutdown day?
I mean, when I thought about this initially, of like, oh wow, they're getting interest and like from a lot of places, I was like, why would they do this? Their cornerback room is not like full, and like I still don't think it is. Obviously, number wise, it looks that way, but I was kind of like, I don't think they can afford to, and there's maybe it seems potentially a way around that, but let's go with yes.
Karen says, give the Steelers Nixon, Valentine, and next year's first for JPJ.
Unfortunately, they don't have next year's first, which is the problem. They would have to be a 2028 first, if anything. So
would they take next year's second? Probably not. Probably not.
And more, but
they'd probably take a first and something.
I'm sure they would love a 1 for JPJ if they can get it. So,
all right. I have to go to bed. So, Jake, thanks for joining us. Chat, thanks for joining us. This is a lot of fun. We had a bunch of fun just goofing around looking at Disney and uniforms and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here's our preliminary 53. We reserve the right to change it up to Saturday noon Lambeau time.
When maybe Josh Sweat is on it. I don't know.
That would be exciting. Yes, cosine. Or a guard.
Give him the 28 first, says Terrible. Do it. Why not?
Why not?
Rams haven't had many problems.
No,
not keeping first. So if it works,
it's true.
So
all right,
there you go.
Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you next week and maybe sooner. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Plenty potentially going on. So can you make a copy of this sheet so we can do our own?
Sure, I will share it in the Substack. Go to our Substack and go join the free chat, and I'll share it there for you. You can have fun with it. All right, peace out. Good night. Go Pack